Leave pizza. A little smudge on my face? Is that what that is? I've been outside working. I might have a smudge on my face. I'm doing stuff. I'm going to wait for some people to get here because I've got the most incredible fucking story for you guys. Are not going to believe this shit. Go ahead and share this video around right now. Try to get as many people in here as you possibly can right now. You guys are going to flip on this story. So I'll give you some time. In fact, I'll go ahead and I'll get my bong ready, all right? We'll do a bong rip. Tiny bong time, it's tiny bong time. Nate's grabbing the tiny bong. Tiny bong. Summon the trendies, man. You guys are not going to believe this fucking story. It is the most amazing panic attack story of all time. You super share? You ready for Facebook jail? You don't have to super share. I don't want you guys losing your accounts over it. Just share it one time in one big group, okay? That's all you got to do. I guess I gotta fuck myself up at least. God damn it, man. I just don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do about that shit. Yeah, get this trendies in here. There you go. I'll give you guys a few minutes, okay? And we'll see if we can get like 20 people in here for this story. It's time for the tiny bong. I love tiny bong time. Tiny kingdom. Hey. You know, it says there's only 3 people watching, and I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe it. Bad Bad Blue Jaws is here. Megsy's here. Nick Brown is here. Let's see. Nick is here. Steve Running is here. Kate's Biz is here. Hippie Chick is here. And why does it say... Oh, now it says 5. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Let's see what's up. 5 people. We're about 15 people short, guys. We got Megsy, Bad Bad Blue Jaws, Nick Brown, Steve Running, and Hippie Chick and Kate's Biz. That's 6 people, but it only says 5. Come on. I told you guys I was going to be here around 1 o'clock today. Literally said that near the end of the last show. David C., what's up, buddy? It's a Saturday, man. Michael Haskey answered the call. Michael Haskey. Got your notification from Nick. What? All right, this is what I'm going to do. I got my bong ready. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start coffee, okay? And I'm waiting, for 4:20 in 3 minutes. Coffee will be ready by then. We'll smoke. We'll drink. Get me 20 people here, folks. You guys can do it. You guys are going to love this story. Tiny bong time, it's tiny bong time. coffee's almost ready. I'm unboxing a fan right now for my grow. I bought a few of them. Brought a few of these fans. I think I bought 4, 2 or 4. I don't know. Something like that. It's tiny bun time. It's tiny bun time. Tiny bun time. Man, this coffee's taking forever. Yo. Yeah, my plants are ready to be transplanted. A lot of the clones are. Send in the clones. Send in the clones. Tiny bun, tiny, tiny bun, tiny. Tiny bun, tiny bun, tiny bun, tiny. Okay, my coffee's got to be ready by now. Yes, indeed. 2 tablespoons of creamer to make me happy. Zip fan, zip fan, zip fan. Zip a fan, zip a fan, zip a fan. So while I was in here babbling, you guys probably heard me say the clones are doing better. They're looking great. There's a lot of rooting. Hey, Sal A, what's up, buddy? Steve Running Kate's Biz. Oh, look at all the shares. Bab Blue Jaws. It is 420. Cheers to everybody on the 420, at 420 in the garden. Cheers. With Bab Blue Jaws. Tiny bong time. Billy. No, I haven't told the story. I was going to hope that you guys would bring some people in here so I could have 20 people to tell the story to. But since Billy's here, I'm going to tell the story. Billy, I'm glad you're here. All right, here's the story. So, I was outside working. I was told you I was going to go downstairs and do some stuff, you know. And I was transferring water into my grow room, the stinky water, you know, trying to get as much of that stinky water out of that bin as possible and just pouring it into all my pots. And I let Rogan around, let him outside out front because he doesn't really run away that much anymore. But today, for some reason, he decided to walk off. And I went out in the yard and I looked and he was gone. And I was like, okay, no big deal. I'll just, you know, get on the quad and I'll go get him, right? So, I get on the quad in my jeans, and I go down the end of the driveway, and off to the left, there's 2 packages sitting there. And I'm like, they never put the packages on the left side. They always put them on the right. You know, I can't see them when they put them on the left side of my driveway. I can't see that from the house. So I didn't know there's a tree right there, and I didn't know that there were 2 boxes sitting down there. I don't know how long those boxes had been down there for. So, I looked at the boxes, and I was like, oh, son of a bitch. You know, I'll get them later. I've got to go get the dog right now, right? So I go down the road, and I just putt on down the road on the quad, and boom, there's Rogie on the side of the road. So if you guys want to just take a second and share this around, I'll wait before I tell the story. If you guys want to just, if every single one of you just shares this one time, if you've already shared it, don't share it again. But if you have not shared this video, just take that moment and share it right now. I would appreciate it. I'll wait. I'll sip my coffee and I'll do another bong rip. Go ahead and share it. Share it on Twitter. Host it on Twitch. Send it to a face on Facebook, a group on a face on group book. Send it to a face on group book. I think I'm going to start my own social media and call it group book. I like that. No law regarding cannabis, cannabisism, tisms for all. Cheers to all of you guys. And I want to say all of you that are here and all of you that are taking a moment to share this video. I want to say thank you so much. That's going to be Hippie Chick, Nick Brown, Meg Z, Bab Blue Draws. Thank you for hosting, bro. That's a big one. Steve Running, Kate's Biz. Yes, Steve Running, thank you for hosting or sharing or maxing out a tweet. Hippie Chick, thank you. Bob Scuba Cook, thank you. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to wait. I can already see where this is going. Don't you love the chug of this little thing? It chugs. It chugs. Steven Saunders, hello. So, I park the quad, I get off the quad, I pick up Rogie. I'm like, you're coming home with your daddy. I put him on the quad. And we turn around, you know. I make the loop. I come back. I look over on the driveway. The 2 packages are sitting there. I'm like, yeah, they'll still be there in a second when I come down here to get them. And I take Rogan up to the top of the driveway. I take Rogan. I set him off on the driveway. And I get off the quad. And I go over to the Roxer. And I'm like, because one of the boxes was really big. And I was like, I'll just use the Roxer, throw it in the bed of the Roxer, no problem. This way I could throw Rogie in the Roxer with me too. So I call him over, he comes over, I pick him up, I throw him in the Roxer. And we start backing up, and I'm looking behind me, and I'm thinking to myself, I'll just back down the driveway. Now, one thing that we know for sure, and that is life is full of choices that we make all day. And one of those times you can make a choice and it can end up in you dying. And you don't even realize it was just some silly choice you made. Now, I made the choice to go backwards down my driveway in the Roxer, which is normal for me if I'm going to go right back up it to pick up some boxes. I'll just back down, park, leave it running, grab the boxes, throw them in the back, put it in drive, and go right back up the driveway again. It's a very simple process. It's no big deal. I do it all the time. But it's a choice I made. I even thought about it while I was doing it. I was like, well, I could turn around and drive down straight, or I could just keep backing up in reverse. I'm literally having this thought as I'm going down the driveway. Rogie's sitting next to me in the passenger seat. The fans are running nice and cool inside the Roxer. It's hot out. It's 96 degrees in the shade, guys. 96 in the shade. It's not the hottest part of the day yet. The hottest part is in 1 hour. But right now it's 96. It was probably this hot an hour ago when all this happened. And I just want to say this to all of you guys that are choosing to stay and listen to the story. You guys are in for one hell of a fucking ride. And everybody that's left, they're fucking dumb cunts for leaving and not coming back. Because they're going to miss this crazy fucking story. And it hasn't even started yet. I've been just telling the beginning, dragging it out just to get more people here. But actually people are leaving. So, they're missing out. And I just want the few of you that stayed to know you're in for a hell of a ride. You might even, You might even want to stop and take another bong rip right now. It's bottom of the hour, you know. You might want to just prepare yourselves for this.
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
Cheers.
It starts with an F.
From Northern California, I'm a Trendy has dabs and all things trendy. We find me and you in the hashtag trendies on all film sources and social media, especially my Twitter, which is at Nay's Garden on Twitter. Go retweet me right now. It feels real good. This is the Ox Project from Orlando, Florida. You'll never learn. I'll bleed for you. It's all in your head. I'll bleed for you. You'll never learn. I bleed. I bleed. Tell him, Jay. That's the Ox Project from Orlando, Florida. They're great. Anyhow, so I backed the rocks are down the driveway. And I got to where I could see the two packages. Hey, Beazle! I was just going to talk about you. Come on in, Beazler. My little Beazle. My little Beazle, Bow. He's like, something was up with Daddy. He's like, Beazle comes in. He's like, yeah, I don't know what's up. So I look and I see the boxes are sitting there on the side of the driveway and they're ready to be picked up. And I put it in park. And I'm going to leave Rogie in the vehicle. So I leave it on running with the fans blowing, so he stays nice and cool. And plus there's trees down there, so he's in the shade. And I go and I open the door to the Roxer. And I step out. And I roll my fucking ankle. This is like... it was so painful that I was positive it was sprained, and I thought it might be broken. And I fucking screamed in pain. And I don't know how I didn't fall over. I'm assuming I grabbed the side of the Roxer. I don't remember, because I was in so much pain that it overcame me, the pain. And I thought to myself, I can still walk on this. I'm like, I'm just going to go grab the little box. There's 2 boxes right over here. I'm going to grab the little box because I'm down here. Obviously, I'm hurt. I need to get back home. You know, I go and I get the little box, right? I limp over, and I'm kind of wondering if I can walk. And I'm like, I can walk, but I'm in so much pain still, and it's the weirdest kind of pain. It's like a nerve pain where I can't see, and I'm like disoriented, right? And I go and I grab this box, and it's my winch. It's 2 winches, right? I thought it was 1 winch in my head. That's why I said it's my winch, because when I picked up the box, I thought it was only 1 winch. They're hand crank winches I got from my sawmill. They were boxed together, you know, just like these 2 fans were that I just bought. And I grab, and I just want to say this to anybody that's thinking about leaving right now that's just come in. You're about to miss the most insane story you've ever heard. All right? This is what's about to happen in this story is complete fucking insanity. So don't run off, okay? Unless I'm triggering you, and then I understand. I don't want to. You know? Mental illness touches everybody. So I've got the winches in my hand, right? And I walk, and I can't remember if I walked around the back of the Roxer or I walked around the front of the Roxer. I can't remember, because I remember at that time getting a surge of pain through my brain that didn't seem right. I was feeling so much pain in my ankle, and I'm walking on it. And when I'm putting weight on it and I'm walking on it, it's not hurting. But I am in so much fucking pain, and it's coming from my ankle. I can't explain this, right? This is the only way I know how to explain it. So I walk over, and I start thinking about, okay, where's the sawmill at? Because I have to bring this to the sawmill. And all of a sudden, I'm realizing that I'm really mentally confused. And I'm standing there with this box in my hand, and I'm like, I'm at home. I know where my sawmill is. I know where I'm standing, but I'm looking and I can't see it. And I'm having this thought in my brain. And I'm like, just walk up the driveway. And I'm like, okay. So I just walk up the driveway a little bit, and I see the sawmill in front of me, and I take the box, and I can't walk any further. And I realize, I'm like, I can't walk up this hill anymore. I'm not thinking clearly. I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I trying to get a fucking winch? I just twisted my fucking ankle, right? So I am totally, at this moment, I am temporarily insane, right? I'm not doing me at all. So this whole time, you have to realize, however many seconds it took me to walk from behind the Roxer up the steep hill with a twisted ankle, holding a fucking, I'm in shock, right? You guys, this story is just starting. If you're just getting in here, you haven't missed fucking anything yet. This is the very beginning, okay? So congratulations, you haven't missed a fucking thing. In fact, I think all of you should consider possibly maybe doing another bong rip with me before we go any further. So, yeah, Bad Blue Jaws. I'm in shock, right? And I'm in pain, and I've got this pain coming up from my ankle. and I got this box in my hand, and I make it up halfway to the sawmill, and I put the box down on the ground, and I look at the box and I go, oh, there's 2 winches here. You guys, I literally I wasn't even able to discern that I was holding 2 winches in my hand until I put the box down on the ground, because I couldn't see. I couldn't see. I couldn't find the sawmill. I didn't know where I was. I was completely confused. So I was blinded. I was in this massive amount of pain. Like, dude, this is the most amount of pain I've ever been in my entire life. I've never experienced anything like this before in my life. Right? So, all I did was I rolled my ankle. You know, sprained. Yeah, it's fucking, it looks like I may have sprained it. I think tomorrow I'm going to be crying like a baby. I could try to show you guys. Yeah, I could show you guys my 2 ankles, but I'll just tell you. My ankle on the right is fine, normal. My ankle on the left, where the ankle joint is on the outside, it looks like there is a baseball that is protruding about 1/5 out of my ankle on the left side. So that's the difference. It hurts a little bit. I haven't put any triage oil on it yet. I should do that right now, huh? So I set down what I realize now are 2 winches, not 1. And I'm not even aware of the fact that I'm not thinking clearly yet. Okay? So I don't know what's going on. I'm completely dazed. Wow. Yeah, I should put ice on. Thank you, Lainey. I've got a friend named Lainey, and her name is very close to yours, Lainey. That's very nice. I already like you. She's a very, very close, dear friend of mine. Oh, it's helping, man. It's making that fucking pain go away. It's the triage oil. Works on sprained ankles. Add that to the list of 50. I'm sure it already says sprains. Anyway, so, yeah, okay, another bong rip for the winches. Cheers to you, hippie chick. Cheers to you. Bong rip, so I could tell you guys this story, because I'm telling you, this story has just begun. The story has just begun. It is a fucking journey unlike any other journey you've gone on recently. Trust me. You're going to be happy that you're here. So the reason I know I'm not thinking clearly at this point was I didn't realize that not being able to tell that I had 2 winches in my hand instead of 1 was a red flag that there was something wrong with the way I was thinking and perceiving reality. So there's a big problem because I don't know this is going on, right? What's my next thought? My next thought, I'm sorry I'm yelling. My next thought is to walk back down around the back of the Roxer and pick up the big fucking box and load it in the Roxer so I can get up the hill on my twisted ankle. Now, it's hot outside, but it's breezy, it's windy, I'm in a shaded spot, right? And all of a sudden, I felt like it was getting hotter, you know? And I take another step, and I'm around the back corner of the Roxer now, okay? And I'm looking over at this big box that was left on the side of my driveway. And it's getting really hot. And I'm like, I got to stop. And I'm like, I'm just hungry. I'm just really hungry right now. This is going to fucking pass. I'll be fine. I'll just put my hand here against the truck. And I'll rest for a second. And when this feeling passes, I'll go get this box and I'll load it in the Roxer and we'll be up the driveway. And then time slowed down. Really slow. And it started getting hotter. And I was still standing there with my hand against the vehicle, steadying myself. And I started walking towards the door of the Jeep. And I don't remember why I did this. And I stopped again. And I put my hands against the bed or the door. And I don't know. Because I'm literally delusional at this point. I am clinically delusional. Okay? And I've got my hands, and I'm getting a little upset as I tell you guys this, as I relive it. Let me get some water. Did you hear my hand shaking when I put the cup down? That's some real shit right there, son. So I'm sorry if I'm triggering any of you. I know this gets really disturbing. So I'll try to keep it low key, okay, as I try to relay the story to you, what happened to me. So everyone just take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth a few times. Or just breathe through your nose. It's healthier. Nice and slow and easy, okay? All right, there you go. So I'm feeling... Now remember, I'm in my jeans and these shoes. And one of the reasons why I twisted my ankle was because I didn't put the shoes on all the way. I had my heel down on the back like this. I do that sometimes when I'm being lazy and stupid. Now, had I had that little bit of extra support there, I probably wouldn't have twisted my ankle. That little bit of support probably would have stopped me from doing what I ended up doing. So that was another choice that I made subconsciously that ended up, bad choice. I should always put these shoes on, when I'm wearing them, because it would have saved me from this injury. Most likely. I'm like 99% sure it would have stopped the accident from happening. No, I don't mind, guys. I don't mind you guys walking out. This is an intense story. And I'm not here to upset people. So if this triggers, I understand, man. Panic attacks are, it's a triggerable topic. So here I am. And I've got my hands on the bed. No, it was the bed, because you know what? Even though I was blinded, when I looked up, the dog, I couldn't see the dog. I know that. It probably would have helped me. So, it's getting hotter. And I got my hands up, and I'm thinking, and my stomach is dropping out. And I'm like, all of a sudden I realize I already ate this morning. I had food. Right? So here I am feeling like I'm really, really hungry and I have no energy. And I just twisted my ankle and experienced the most amount of pain I think I've ever felt in my entire life. And I literally screamed out loud when I rolled my ankle. Hey, Sokol, I was stepping out of my Roxer, bro, and I rolled my ankle, bro. Experienced the most amount of pain I've ever experienced in my entire life. I walked around to go grab something. A box. That's why I was down there, and I was picking up some packages. I walked up to the sawmill, bro, and I didn't realize that I was delusional, right? And then in a delusional state, I walked back around the Roxer on a twisted ankle to go pick up packages that, who gives a fuck? But here I am. I think I need to go do this stuff, right? So I'm delusional. Okay. Just to catch you up with where we're at. Okay. So I'm telling a story, Sokol. At this point, I'm leaning against the Roxer. The big box is sitting over there on the ground. And my stomach is caving in. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I already ate. And then the very next thought I have is, am I having a heart attack? And I remember going like this with my left arm and thinking, no, it's usual amount of numbness that I experience. It's not like super dead tingly pins and needles like I've been sleeping on it numb, right? Which is what I assume if you're having a heart attack, it probably feels like. So I'm like, I don't think I'm having a heart attack. I'm like, I'm having a panic attack. I'm like, this has got to be what's going on because I just twisted my ankle. And I just experienced all this pain. And the pain was still there. I was still feeling the pain. But it wasn't like it was when I was walking up the hill to put the winches down that I thought was one winch. You know? So I start kind of losing my ability to hold myself up, and I put all my weight against the Roxer now, and I'm leaning against the Roxer, and I got my arms like this, and I got my legs behind me. I'm standing there, and I'm just watching the sweat start pouring off my face. Right? And I'm having no thoughts of how I'm going to survive, of how I'm going to get through this. I started thinking to myself, the reason this triggered this whole thing was after I twisted my ankle and I experienced all that pain, the very first thought I had was, how am I going to feed my dog? How am I going to take care of my plants? How am I going to do anything right now? I thought maybe I'd broken my ankle. So I had that thought, and it triggered this entire avalanche of emotion inside me. And by the time I made it to the Roxer where I was leaning like this, that's where I was mentally still. But I was blind. I couldn't see. And time is slowing down slower and slower and slower. And the sweat is pouring off of me. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to be here for 45 minutes, an hour, however long this lasts. I can't move. I couldn't move. I couldn't move my arms. I couldn't move my legs. All I could do was hold myself there because I thought if I moved, I thought I was going to start vomiting because I felt like I was going to throw up. And I am panicking. So, time is going 1/100th of how fast it normally goes. So a second was lasting to me. It felt like minutes. Every second felt like minutes to me. They were long, like torturous segments of time. A second. Every second. And my breathing I wasn't breathing. I don't even remember breathing this whole time. I don't remember hyperventilating. I don't remember trying to focus on my breathing. Nothing. Time slowed down so slow that I was experiencing time in between breaths. Do you understand what I mean by that? That's how slow, and I wasn't conscious of breathing. I wasn't even aware of it. I just know that's how slow time had slowed down for me. I was conscious of micro moments between breaths. And I was watching and I was trying to figure out how long I was going to be there. And that was the only thought I had. And it's just getting worse. And the feeling inside me is getting worse. The pain wasn't there per se, as bad as it was. But I was in a whole other world of torture. I mean, that pain was horrible. But this was beyond anything, man. This feeling of helplessness and not being able to take care of myself and being alone and just having all of that, I guess, subconsciously strike me like a bolt of lightning all at one time. Wasn't like I was really focusing on that kind of stuff, you know? Cheers, guys. Bottom of the hour. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isn't for all. Yes. Well, I was breathing, hippie chick. I just wasn't aware of it. So, I can't look up. But I hear something. I hear a familiar sound. And I start focusing on the sound. Okay? And it's the sound of grinding. I hear a grinding sound. It's sharp and it's high pitched. And in the grinding, I hear pops. Do you know what that was that I heard? Do you know what the sound was that I heard? I was waiting to see if any of you guys were going to guess. Kevin guessed ankle. Dommy's like, what? It was the sound. No, Steven, it's not the fucking sawmill, bro. God, man. Really, Steven? Yeah, so okay, this is great. So Steven Culbertson offers that it's the sawmill that I hear. Grinding with pops. No. I don't know how I could have been operating the sawmill, but maybe you thought I was subconsciously hearing the sawmill. No, I literally heard something in real life, guys. My thing got into gear. Rogan, good guess. No. Trip says a UFO. I like this game. Just grinding with little pops. You know what it was? It was the sound of a tire on gravel. And I knew the sound. And I'm looking down like this. And I'm like, that is the sound of a tire on gravel. I was like, that's the sound of a tire on gravel. I was like, it's the sound of a tire on gravel. 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 Wake up, wake up, wake up, look up, look up, look up, look up, wake up, wake up, look up, look up. And I get my head up and I see white and my head goes back down and I go, look up again, look up again, look up again. It's white, it's white, it's a truck, it's a truck. It's your neighbor, it's your neighbor. Yell, scream, say help. Say help, say help, scream, yell now, yell now, yell now, yell now. And I'm like, help! And he goes, hey, Ben. And he drives by and he hits his brakes. And I collapse again on the side of the rocks, and I go, help. And then I hear nothing. And I know that he stopped. And then I hear him backing up. And he backs up and he starts staring at me. And I can feel him staring at me because I don't hear the door on his truck opening. And I'm able to look up for just a second. And I see that he is now parked in front of my driveway. And he's looking right at me. And I just collapse on the ground. There's a rock. There's a pile of rocks. And I just went right to it. And I just sat down on it. And I put my hands on it. And I put my knees up a little bit. And I was like, Mitchell, I am so glad you are here. He gets out of his truck. He's like, are you having a heart attack? And he's standing right in front of me. And I go, no, I'm not having a heart attack. I'm having a panic attack. And he goes, thank God. And I go, yes. I go, I am so happy that you are here, Mitchell. I'm okay. Do you guys know who Mitchell is? Who could tell me who Mitchell is? Who pays attention to the show? I might not have mentioned him by name, but I may have just given away and told you who he was. But who is he? How have I mentioned him in the last 2 days? Yeah, that's even better. How have I mentioned Mitchell without saying his name in the last 2 days? And you're going to find out why it's okay that I mention him now. Yeah, he's my neighbor. And what have I said about him in the last 2 days? You guys, the story is just starting, actually. Don't leave, because I'm telling you, this journey has just begun. And this was just a click, 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 up to the top of the roller coaster. And now we're about to go, ah! We're about to have a fun time with this story. So don't run away yet. Tell your significant others that are in the room with you to go tune in. Go share it around. Rogan goes there with the kids? No. The one you've had problems with? Never. I've never had problems with Mitchell. He looks like Einstein. Jenna Colby! Jenna Colby gets it. He looks like Einstein. What else did I say about my neighbor that looks like Einstein, Jenna Colby? When did I mention this, Jenna Colby? Which video was this, Jenna? Can you find it for me? Can you find the video and the location and the time? Let me know. It was within the last 48 hours. Jenna, what else did I say besides the fact that he looked like Einstein? Last night I said this? Oh, I said that my neighbor, Mitchell, looks like Einstein. And I said this last night when I had Savage Joy on. Are you kidding me? Was it during the Savage? Are you sure? No. I think it was the morning show. He's professional. What else did I tell you, Jenna? I love you, Jenna. I love you, Jenna. I don't know who you are, but I love you. I love you, Jenna. So, Jenna, what did I tell you? What did I tell you specifically, Jenna, about Mitchell? You, Jenna. I told you. I remember this. Your neighbor is what I heard, says Hippie Chick. Well, Jenna is listening at a more intense level. Jenna's got the deets. So let's let Jenna pontiff on the deets. I'm impressed. Lamp, what's up, son? Hippie Chick. He lives without water and electricity. What else did I say about him, Jenna Colby? And Hippie Chick, I'm impressed. Jenna, he has no water. Yes. What else, Jenna? What did I tell you specifically about my neighbor? Remember, it was to you, Jenna. It was to you that I said this. I'm so glad you're here right now. I'm so impressed and glad that you're here right now. My ankle feels so good now that I put the triage oil on. The swelling has not gone down. It looks like a baseball is trying to protrude 1/5 out of my ankle. Oh, I'll take a picture of it. I'll take a picture of it, man. I took a picture. You guys, if you're disturbed by images of injury, don't look at the screen for the next 20 seconds, starting in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't look at the screen. 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 Do not look at the screen. Don't look at the screen. Don't look at the screen. Do not look at the screen. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't look at the screen. Don't look at the screen. Don't look at the screen. Okay, you can look at the screen. You can look at the screen. You can look at the screen now. It's okay. You can look at the screen now. It's okay. Yeah, I got a good looking ankle on the other side. It's completely opposite from that. I'll take a picture of the good one. Just so you can see for comparison. Now you can look at the screen now if you want to see this. That's my good ankle. For those of you who are comparing. Yeah, I got sexy hairy legs. Get in my belly. Look at that ankle. That's a healthy ankle right there. There'll be enough of that shit now. Okay, so anyway. Anyhow, so I'm sitting on the rocks there, and he says to me, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. Now that you're here, I said, you just saved my fucking life, bro. I said, you have no idea. And he got this smile on his face. I was like, you're like a superhero, bro. You have no idea. He's like, well, yeah, panic attacks are crazy. He said, you want some water? Because I said I was sweating so much. He said, oh, do you want some water? I've got some in my car. I said, he just loaded up. He had just loaded up water from my neighbor, just like I told you guys that he does. He was on the way back from getting water from my other neighbor. He was driving by my house when he fucking saved my life. So I said, I got a garden. I was like, I got water right here. I was like, will you walk with me? And he's like, yeah. So we walk up my driveway a little bit, and there's a spigot with the garden hose. Turn it on. You know, we walk up there. I walk up there okay, and I say to him, man, I can't believe I can walk on this. I hurt my ankle so bad. I was in so much pain. And then I started putting my shoes on, and he's like, you didn't have the backs of your shoes on. I'm like, no. He's like, I thought those didn't have backs on them because I was stepping on them, right? Right on, Jenna. So what happened, says Tula? I twisted my ankle getting out of my rockster, and then I had a panic attack. Long story short. And then my neighbor came and snapped me out of it instantly. Now, I was having a panic attack probably for... I don't know. I'm going to guess it was between 60 seconds and 2 minutes before I heard the gravel popping. And I heard that gravel. I heard the tires grinding on the ground. I go, I know what that sound is. And it's like, I want to know what that sound is. You know, there's a reason I want to know what that sound is. That sound is important right now. I was having all of these crazy thoughts in my head, and I couldn't just think. You know, I couldn't just think a normal thought. So I was having all of these crazy fucking thoughts. So, anyhow, my neighbor who I've been talking about, and let me just make the points. He's off grid 100%. He does lawn maintenance for neighbors, and he asks for $15 an hour, and that's where he gets his cash from. He does it when he needs it. You know, right now he needs a car. He's got a car. He wants a truck. And he's saving up for a truck, and that's why he's doing this, he said. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't be doing neighbors' yard work for $15 an hour. He doesn't need it. My neighbor doesn't charge him for water, and he doesn't need electricity. And when he does, he just fires up a generator, you know, every once in a while. Do I have a rap? I'm going to get to that, Tula. You know, I might actually have one here in the house, but Nave's making me want to get an acre even more than I wanted to before. Jenna, definitely, if you can do it, do it. This is what Tula is doing, I believe, is getting an acre of property somewhere. Nate, you should buy him a truck. Don't think that wasn't the first, bro. I had so many thoughts, Dom, and don't think that wasn't one of the thoughts I had. You know, I told Jenna, you need to meet my neighbor. Remember I said this to you, Jenna? I said, I'm going to ask him. I don't know if he will, but I'm going to ask if he'll come on my show. You remember that? Do you remember when I said that? Happy 710, everybody. I think it's time we upgrade. Jenna, was it not you? Okay. My bad if it wasn't you, Jenna. It was someone else during the conversation. Hey, what's up, Gold Alchemist? It was someone else during the conversation. My bad. I thought it was you, Jenna. Oh, I said that to Joy? Oh, my God. Did I say that to Joy? I love you, Jenna. Thank you so much for telling me this. You're my second brain. Thank you for listening to me and being able to tell me this. Okay. So I said it to Joy that she needs to meet, right? I said, I need to have him on the show and I need to have her on the show. That's right. Now it's coming back to me. I just had a traumatic mental experience. My brain is wiped right now. I know. Oh, that's right. You said you want to send me seeds. And you can send me seeds. How many grams is that? Not even a gram. Not a gram. It's probably a half, not even a half gram. Maybe a quarter of a gram? I'm guessing. I don't know. Need to go visit you up there. Look, anybody that I've ever had on my show, except for Billy Ballantyne, is welcome here anytime. I'm kidding, Billy. You know that. They're welcome here anytime. Open invitation. And if they don't get that vibe from me, then I am definitely doing it wrong. Oh, how many grams in my storage? Back there? Probably like 2 or 3 pounds, I would think, in there. So 1,200 grams or more, something like that. Cheers to you for asking. It's a good question. Cheers to everybody. I got more. Wait, this story, like I said, we're at the top of the roller coaster, guys. Just wait. This story is going to be fun. You guys are going to love this. She'll try. Don't bring your fucking RV here, Sokol. Don't do it. I didn't tell you to fucking do that shit because I know what's going to happen. You're going to break that motherfucker down in my front yard. You're never going to leave. What kind of... Oh, what kind of... we call it cannabis. All different kinds back here. There's Grape Ape. There's Pineapple Express. There's Medusa. There's AK-47. All kinds. The kind I'm smoking right now is called Orange Bud. But let's get back to this roller coaster ride. You guys ready for the story? If you're just getting here, you're here just in time to catch this story. So let me catch you up. Okay? Here is the 3-second version. I stepped out of my Roxer. I twisted my ankle. And I experienced so much pain. And something happened to me mentally that I lost the capacity to think normally. And then I had a panic attack. And Jed's wife mends socks. Awesome. I got a whole bunch of socks that need mending. Need a mending. Is Rogie okay? Yeah, Rogie's right here. Piglet's fine. You call it haze / Yeah, I know. But you can call it cannabis. And you can get your friends to start calling it cannabis too, bro. And then that'll start the conversation, man. When you call it weed, that doesn't start the conversation. That people just say how much you got. Are you going to smoke your weed with me? That doesn't help. But if you want more people to have access, if you want to work with us and you want to join the fight, you can easily just start by calling it cannabis. And that in itself it opens up a whole new world. Just try that to start with, okay? That's like beginner level. Just try calling it cannabis. I know what other people call it. We don't listen to what other people say. Other people used to have people as slaves, man. And just because other people did that, yeah, Lamp, right on, brother. So anyhow, let me get back. I'm catching you up. So I twist my ankle, I have a mental breakdown, and then I get a panic attack. I'm standing there with a panic attack, and my neighbor pulls up and snaps me out of it, right? Him and I walk up to the water faucet, and I turn it on, right? And crying because we call it weed or haze. Imagine living in America and not in Netherlands where you can smoke as much as you want without problems and crying. Not where you can smoke as much as you want. I'm not crying, man. I want people to have access. Go out, sit outside the... Bro, do you know that the... I want everyone to read what's going on up here. Do you know that the definition for the word weed... I know you're European, so English probably isn't your first language. But so the definition for the word weed is useless plant. Do you realize that? Thank you, Mr. Nesbit. Thank you, Mr. Nesbit. I appreciate that. Shazbot, Nanu. And I'm older than 50. But thank you for saying I'm 50. I appreciate that. My neighbor that lives off-grid is 73. The one that saved my life today. He's 73 years old. You can be a superhero at any age. You can save lives at 73. He just proved it today. That panic attack could have very easily escalated into a heart attack and killed me right there. And I wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. I couldn't even pick out my phone to call for help. Drinking some coffee and about to take some dabs. I'm with Enoch. We're throwing down the slabs. We're chilling in the podcast. We're chilling out today. People telling trolls to calm down this way because we're in the garden and we've got to rock. Anybody that won't gotta suck Nate's cock because we got that chillin'. We got those bongs. We're gonna do a bong rip. We're singing these songs. Do you guys like that? Shouts out. Oh, Timbo gets it, man. My posse's on Broadway. Posse up. Bong, 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 bong. My posse's on Broadway. Bong, 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 bong. Oh, my garden is with Trendy Nay. Bong, bong, bong. I just spilled my water. Bong, bong, bong. But I don't care because it's just water. Bong, 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 bong. Posse up. Dude, I can't believe you caught that reference, bro. Who was that? Who was that? Timbo? I love me some Timbo. 0212, man. Timbo, I fucking love you. You guys are listening to me, man. Man, I wish Robert Mulligan heard that. He would have fucking laughed his ass off. Doctors say if you feel a heart attack, chew on aspirin right away. Tula, I couldn't move. I was having a panic attack. I was incapacitated. Right? So we walk up to the water fountain, and I'm sorry, I'm taking way too long to tell this story. But it's a very long story, so we're going to be here for a while, so strap in, people. All right, get your bongs ready and smoke along. Hey, it's 420. What? Cheers, happy 420, everybody. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabisism, desms for all what's on. So I turn on the water and I let it get cool, you know, and I turn it down and I take a drink and I look at Mitchell. He's standing right there next to me. And I say, "You want some water, bro? It's the best goddamn water on the mountain." He goes, "Next to mine." And I go, "Right on, brother." And I hand him the hose and he's drinking it, you know, and he's really appreciating the water, and I can see it. I can see that moment. And it fucking snapped me out of whatever the fuck I was feeling, was seeing Mitchell just enjoy some fucking water. You know? And from something so basic, but nice fucking cold fucking, it's basically spring water. It's right out of my well. And he gets the same fucking water. We're on the same mountain. And he's familiar with it. He knows it. He knows what's coming out of the ground. And he's comfortable with that. And he felt good. 73-year-old man. You would say he was 64. He looks like Albert Einstein a little bit. You know, it's like if you took a clone between Gene Wilder and Albert Einstein. Boom. That's Mitchell. With white, frizzy, short. I mean, it's not as long as Albert Einstein's, but if it was that long, it would be total Albert Einstein. But he keeps it about half Einstein length. And it does the exact same thing. He's white, and it boom. He's clean shaven. He's totally clean shaven. But that hair is just, you know, it's like when I say, "Hello, Jenny Nay reporting in," and my hair's all crazy. His hair is like that all the time. You know, he looks like he just came out of a car wash every time you see him. Right? And he's kind of got that shocked look in his eyes, too, a little bit. Gene Wilder. Kind of that Gene Wilder, you know, thing going on. So, and it's not always. It's like when he says certain things, he'll clue in on certain things. He'll get a certain look in his eye. But you guys, the great news about all this is you get to meet Mitchell, man. And we're going to talk about that here in a second, but let me just go on with the story, okay? You know what? Mitchell hasn't even heard the story yet. Mitchell hasn't even heard this whole story yet, man. I didn't explain everything to him. I told him I was having a panic attack. So I turned the water off. We put it down. My mic got molested by my smoke rings. Yeah, it's hilarious, Timbo. And we walked back down to the Roxer. Now, I'm still fuzzy here, right? I'm not remembering everything that occurred. But secret passages in Gene Wilder's house, that's fucking crazy. I'm looking at Mitchell and I'm saying, What did you just say? I'm sorry. I didn't hear anything that you just said. Could you repeat every single word that you just said to me, because I don't know anything that you just said. He said, yeah. He said, there's a water leak. And I go, is the water leak in your truck? And he goes, yeah. You guys get it? So we had already walked up a little bit up the hill and back down. I was on my ankle and shit. I wasn't in that pain anymore. I wasn't in a panic attack anymore. But I still wasn't hearing him speak to me. I didn't hear him. My brain was still reeling, right? It was so traumatized. You know, and I was literally traumatized by what had just happened to me. So he says, there's a leak. This is where we hit our first fucking rush down the hill, guys. You're going to laugh your asses off. Are you ready? There's a leak in my hose for my water system under the hood of my truck. And I'm sitting there looking at his truck. And I look over at him. He's standing in front of me, and his truck is right behind him. And I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at the truck. And I'm looking at him again. And I think to myself, and I put my hand against the Roxer, and I go, you need Flex Seal. And he said, I need what? I said, man, I just bought a whole bunch. I got you, bro. I said, you need some Flex Seal, bro. We're going to spray it on there, and it's going to stop that leak. He said, that's the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I said, yeah, right? He said, I've heard of that before. I've seen it on the shelves when I go into the auto store. I've seen it. But it's different. Flex paste. I said, yeah, Flex paste, bro. Right? I said, I got you. I said, he says, I have to go to the bathroom. I said, yeah, no problem. I said, I have to give you some Flex Seal, bro. I got to get you some Flex Seal. He's like, what is it? I said, it's liquid rubber in a can, bro. I said, you just spray it on, and it sticks to everything. It stops leaks, and it fills cracks. And there's this dude that advertises it. He says, I don't have TV or the internet. I go, I know. That's why I'm telling you. There's this guy that he talks about how great it is. And he does shit with it, bro. I said, I have to show you. And he goes, yeah. He says, you got to show me, bro. And I go, how are we going to do this, man? I was like, you want to follow me up in your truck? I was like, you can make it up my driveway, right? He's like, yeah, I'll follow you up. You drive, I'll follow you up. I was like, okay. So he's standing behind me. And I remember I had to get in my Roxer and remember, this is right where I just twisted my ankle. I heard it pop. I literally heard it pop, guys, when I twisted it. I heard it fucking pop, man. It's like a click. It sounded like when you crack your knuckles, like one of those. Click. And I remembered that sound as I was getting into the Jeep, you know, and I did it really carefully, and I put my leg up there, you know, and I grabbed on, and I pulled myself up, and I got in there, and Rogy's sitting there. And I go, Rogy. Rogy's been here the whole fucking time, man. Just sitting there, quiet, watching us, you know? And now I remember that when him and I walked up to get water, he messed with the dog. I didn't see any of that shit as it was happening. I see it now as a memory. But I get in my Roxer, and I start driving up the driveway, and I hear the tires start slipping, and I think of the sound of Mitchell's tires grinding on the road, right? And I put it in four-wheel drive, and I look in my rearview mirror, and Mitchell's coming up the driveway behind me, and I climb up the driveway, and I pull up, and I park, and he comes up, and I immediately, 65 pounds, man, I weighed him. I go right over and I pick Rogy up like it's fucking nothing. And I go to set him down, and all of a sudden, my ankle, and I'm like, I feel it. And I'm like, oh my God, and I'm trying to put him down as quick as I can, and he starts struggling all of a sudden, and I'm not putting him down straight and fast enough, you know? And he's like confused, and I'm like trying to get it to where I can set him down, man. And I realized I had a problem, you know, with this ankle. I get Rogy down, and Mitchell comes up the driveway, and Rogy goes after his truck, you know, starts chasing after it, and goes and gives him a little bit of shoulder shake and a little bit of growl, you know, like he does. He'll throw his paws up. He'll buck, you know, and he'll run towards you, and he'll charge, and he'll buck, and he'll growl, and Mitchell goes, whoa. And I go, he's playing, man. He's just. Mitchell gets out, turns his truck off. And I was like, so let's see this leak. He's like, yeah. He goes back and he pops his hood. And I lift the hood up, and he comes walking around, right? And he goes, it's right here, and it's the biggest water hose on the fucking top of the goddamn motor. It's in the easiest fucking spot to get to. The leak is a little bit on the bottom, right? And there's a mesh screen over the entire leak. And he's like, can you spray right over that? And I'm like, I could. He's like, or you could cut away with, you know, we could cut that screen away right there where the leak is. And I'm like, Mitchell, that's a great idea. I'm like, I've got scissors. You know, I didn't want to start cutting away at his shit. And I didn't even have the idea because I didn't realize you could cut this kind of mesh, what it was. But I said, I got scissors, I got dikes, I got all that shit. I walked into the garage, I grabbed all the tools, right? I go upstairs and I grab the Flex Seal. 2 cans. One that's almost used up and a whole new can. I come down there. I can't remember if Mitchell came upstairs with me the first time or not. I don't know. But I got all that for sure. Am I icing and elevating? I haven't yet. I guess I should, huh? All right, let me get an ice pack and I'll elevate it. It feels fine right now, but I know it's going to hurt tomorrow. So I'm living on it purposely. You're so thoughtful, Tula. You're so thoughtful. Oh, yeah, I got it right there on the ice. And elevated. Thank you, Tula. Okay, so. I go back downstairs with the Flex Seal. And he's waiting. I got the scissors. And I'm like. He goes back in his truck. He's sitting in his truck. And I grab the hose and I lift it up over a, one of the pieces of equipment that was under the hood, you know. It was movable. And so I picked it up and I moved it. He came back around. And I'm like, so here it is. I was like, I moved the hose over a little bit so we can cut it and spray it. And it put the hole upwards facing instead of downwards as I moved the whole hose up and twisted it around a little bit. He's like, this is fucking great. He says, he looks at me, he's like, I'm so glad I came over. And I'm like, I'm so glad you came over too, bro. Because you just fucking saved my life. And he said, and he went like this again. You know, he gets that smile on his face. He just grinned, you know. And I go, I'm cutting this right now. I've got half of it exposed. He's like, all right. He got out of his truck. He walks back around. And he's like, oh, he's like, yeah, man, that's good. He says, hey, he's like, can you go ahead and cut more, like down towards us more? I was like, yeah, man. So I cut this nice big square patch and exposed the fucking, there were 3 or 4 holes. And I'm like, what the fuck? There's nothing down there to cause this. I don't understand what caused this fucking hole. I'm looking at it from the side. Like, where that hose was, it wasn't leaning against anything. I don't understand. There's 4 fucking holes. He's like, mice? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess a fucking mouse, a tenacious little fucker. You know? And he goes, so I go around the front, and I'm looking at it. And I see there is a tie. It's a pressure tie. And it's a hose clamp, right? And if you take a pair of vice grips or pliers and you squeeze it, it loosens up and you can move it around. Well, whoever had worked on this thing last time had left the 2 pieces of metal that you would grab with the wrench straight up. And guess what that was pointing right into? And I could see it. Why? Because I was looking at it from a different angle. Not intentionally. I just happened to be there, and I was looking, and I could see 2 prongs sticking up right where the damage would have been occurring, but I had moved the hose forward. It was forward about 5 or 6 inches, so I could really see the area. And I'm like, Mitchell. He's like, what? I'm like, that's it. He's like, I'm like, that's what's causing our problem. That's our mouse, bro. He looks at it. He's like, we need pliers. I said, I got vice grips. He's like, vice grips? I'm like, he's like, channel locks? I'm like, vice grips, channel locks, I don't know. He's like, I'm going to get them. He's like, we need pliers for this, or we need, you know. I went and I got the vice grips. They're also called channel locks. And he says, I can do it. I go, okay. Let me see those things. I give them to him. And he's like, oh, they're too small. I was like, no. He's like, oh, right. And he you know, he loosens it up to make the mouth bigger, you know. Because we're highly technical dudes up here on the mountain. You know, we're doing surgery on this motherfucker. And so Mitchell takes the wrench, the pliers, and he moves that fucking thing, slides it over like it's nothing. I'm like, yeah. So now we're looking at the hose, and I'm like, this is Flex Seal, bro. Watch this. And I spray it on. He's first I had him hold the hose up a little bit, and I put 2 paper towels over his hands. He's like, no, I don't need that. I was like, yeah, you do. I was like, you do not want me to spray rubberized. You don't want me to spray liquid rubber on your hands. You don't. Right? He's like, oh, okay. So we put the paper towels that we used to dry the hose with We cleaned it. We dried it. Put it on there. And I sprayed it. And it solidified a little bit. I sprayed it again. I could see it filling in the little tiny holes. I sprayed it again till it was covering the holes. I sprayed it again. I sprayed it again. I sprayed it again. I sprayed it again. He's like, how long are you supposed to wait between coats? I said 24 hours. I was like, but I saw this shit cure in fucking 1 hour yesterday in the sun. He goes, oh, in the sun. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, so we'll just leave it out here and you can come inside and hang out with me, you know, for like a half hour. I'll walk you around. I'll show you, you know, some shit around the house. I'm like, and by the time we're done, this is all going to be sealed up. And he was like, I was like, we'll see, man. He's like, okay. So we go in the house and there we go. We go in the house. My dude is training a, you can't find no better show. Now pull out the bud. Pack a fucking bowl. I got you. My dude is training a, you can't find no better show. Now put out the bud. Now pull out the bud and pack a fucking bowl in my 6-man lot voice. Sir Mix-a-Lot voice, I mean 6-man. In my Sir Mix-a-Lot voice, here I am gonna roll. I'm gonna smoke buds in my big glass bowl. Alright. There was so much talent involved in writing those lyrics with that rhythm. Because the rock man's got them and the butts just drop. I'm 34 in Union, gotta make a stop. Should I use Flex Seal? Yes, you should use Flex Seal, James. So, I go inside the living room, downstairs living room, where the billiards room, right? And I show him where the bathroom is down there. I'm like, there's a bathroom. He's like, right on. So he goes in the bathroom and I start vacuuming, right? He comes out of the bathroom and he says, man, it's so hot. He's like, it's like my trailer in there. I was like, your trailer's that hot? The bathroom's hot. And he doesn't know why. So I'm standing vacuuming in the billiards room because I had to move the drum set. And, yeah, I probably shouldn't have been vacuuming on a hurt ankle. But there I was. And, I said, open that door. And he looks around the wall where I'm standing and there's no door. And he backs up and there's a door right in front of him. And there's a whole bunch of light coming through it. And so he opens the door and there's the indoor grow. And he goes, whoa, wow. Wow, this is amazing. And I'm just in there vacuuming and I've just got this big grin on my face. And I'm letting him just check that out, you know. He comes out of there, he closes the door, he comes back in the billiards room. I show him the studio. He's like, I've been in here before. I'm like, I've had you over before, haven't I? He's like, yeah. He's like, I've seen this room. You told me it was a recording studio. I'm like, cool. I was like, I got some things I want to show you upstairs. So, let's go up there. So we come up here, and he sits down right here, and I sit down here, and I pull up the very first time he had ever seen Phil Swift on YouTube. And I said to him, do you know who Phil Swift is? And he says, yeah, it sounds familiar. That's the guy that does the Flex Seal, he says. And I said, how do you know that? He says, you told me that. He says, I said, I do an impersonation of him. And he goes, yeah, you did an impersonation. I go, Fleckfield and the entire Fleckfield family of products. I go, hi, everybody, I'm Phil Thrift. He goes, yeah. He goes, and I told you sounded like, hey, I can't remember. And then he just kind of, he's like, you sounded like somebody else when you did that. So I pull up this video first. Because, you know, everyone's first experience with Phil Swift, I think, should be this video. And I should have videotaped his response to this, because he was like, do you remember the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Do you remember the kids' expressions when they walked into the factory and they were looking at everything and they were like, and they saw the Oompa Loompas for the first time and they're like, that was Mitchell's expression when he saw this.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Tape, the super strong waterproof tape that can instantly pack.
It was at this moment, like a child walking through the chocolate factory, looking at his mom or his dad, and Mitchell looked at me and said, is this real? And I go, yeah, it's real. And he goes, and this video just kept playing.
Much fun, seal and repair. Flex tape is no ordinary tape. Its triple thick adhesive virtually welds itself to the surface, instantly stopping the toughest leaks. Leaky pipes can cause major damage, but Flex tape grips on tight and bonds instantly. Plus, Flex tape's powerful adhesive is so strong, it even works underwater. Now you can repair leaks in pools and spas without draining them. Flex tape is perfect for marine, campers, and RVs. Flex tape is super strong.
And this is when I paused it, and he goes, this stuff is amazing. And I go, I know. And then he said this.
It's on. It holds on tight. And for emergency auto repair, Flex tape keeps its grip, even in the toughest conditions.
Wait. Stop it. Stop the video. He says, wait, can you go back to the car? What was that? I missed that. Can you show me the car thing again? I go, yes, I can. And I go like this. And I go to Mitchell. I go, they put it on the car. And he goes, oh.
And for emergency auto repair, Flex tape keeps its grip, even in
and then Mitchell says,
big storms can cause big damage, but Flex tape comes super
that stuff
wide.
is really wide. He's like, that's way wider than duct tape. And I go, I know, bro. I know. It's way wider than duct tape, bro.
Easily patched large
And he's like,
holes to show you the power of Flex tape.
and then I go, bro, now he's going to cut this boat in half and he's going to tape it back together and he's going to fucking swim in that motherfucker. And he goes, what? And I go, watch, bro.
I saw this boat in half.
And then I paused it right there and I looked at Mitchell and I go, he told us he sawed the boat in half, bro. Like, we didn't fucking know that he sawed the boat in half. And right when I did that, Mitchell goes like this. And I go, I'm sorry. I'm going, like we didn't know that he sawed the boat in half. And he goes,
flex tape. Not only does flex tape's powerful adhesive hold the boat together, but it creates a super strong watertight seal. So the inside is completely dry. Doggy! Just cut, peel, stick and seal. Imagine everything you can do with the...
He says, and I can get this at Kelseyville Lumber. I said, you can get this at Walmart, bro. He goes, I can get this at Walmart. I said, you can get this I said, you can get this anywhere. You can get this at any store. I named another one, local store. I said, it's everywhere. He said, can I get the different kinds of it? I go, yeah, they got all the different kinds of it.
Power of flex tape.
Right? So then I showed him this. Then I showed him this.
The incredible rubberized paste. Right out of the tub, flex paste is super thick. It clings to the surface and
That's real damage.
it instantly fills gaps and holes. Flex paste penetrates deep into hard-to-reach areas. You can spread it, shape it, to take on just about any form. Use flex paste on wood, metal, all types of surfaces. And once it dries, it turns to this, a strong, flexible rubber. It expands and contracts. Flex paste is tough stuff. Now that's a lot of damage. But with flex paste,
And then I looked at Mitchell and I go, that's his tagline right there. I say, that's real damage. That's a lot of damage. I said, that's what he says. And everybody always waits for him to say that shit. That's like his thing. He likes to do a lot of damage, right? I made Mitch, and Mitchell's got this grin on his face now, and he likes Phil Swift now. He's a fan, you know?
you can create a watertight seal. Flex paste rubberized coating is UV, chemical, and mildew resistant. In extreme heat, driving rain, or freezing cold, flex paste keeps its hold. Flex paste is perfect for projects, crafts, and hobbies. Shape it, mold it, or paint it any color. With flex paste, you can create just about anything you can imagine. And when insects or rodents are getting into your home, use flex paste to seal up large holes to keep those unwanted pests out. Flex paste
Or keep 'em in.
formula won't dissolve or wash away. And it even works underwater. So you can apply flex paste underwater, and it even dries underwater. And once flex paste dries, it turns into a strong, flexible rubber. Storms and floods can destroy your home, and you can push flex paste deep into wet surfaces and hard-to-reach areas. Now it's easy to seal up windows and doors to help prevent flood damage. To show you the power of flex paste,
I hope not.
I took this chicken wire. Woo! Bent, shaped, and molded it, then covered it with only flex paste, and created the world's first flex paste rubber boat. Not only does flex paste seal up every hole in the chicken wire, but it creates a strong, watertight barrier that bends and stays flexible. And the inside is completely dry. You can get flex paste and the
He talks to the
entire
animals.
Seal family of
Hello,
products
fishy.
at
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
flexsealproducts.com.
I'm waiting for him to go, hi, moo cow. Okay. The next video that we watched was We watched a little behind the scenes. Then we tried to pull up the Savage Joy Marie Man video. I was looking for the thing where I talked about him, but I couldn't find it. And then we watched the gimbal video. And we watched the debunk videos. And then I showed him the flight of an albatross. So he could see what a big bird looks like in flight. And see, he didn't know that birds could have a wingspan of 11 feet. And I'm like, yeah, man, albatross. I was like, the one that they were tracking on that UFO video was only 6-foot wingspan. And you can literally see the fucking wings flapping. He was like, what? I showed it to him in slow motion. He goes, I can see it's a bird. I'm like, right? I showed him the Thunderfoot debunk video. He loved it. I showed him this guy, you know, getting debunked. He loved it. Then we went back and we talked, you know, and I gave him some triage oil, you know, and I told him that was what I do. Oh, and I gave him an entire lesson on crypto. Check this out. Now, one thing I can say about Mitchell is he's a multi-degree college educated man, okay? His major was psychology, and he also studied history, which I believe he also majored in that, I believe he said. He's an educated person. And he's been living off grid. He lived in a van down by the river. For, I believe he says 8 years, he lived in a van. Right? No electricity, no power. No, water source except for whatever the natural source of water was. And he's since, and I don't know how long ago, upgraded to a small, you know, a trailer that he lives in, you know. You guys know how he gets his water, and you guys know what he does about his power situation. His power, he just uses a generator when he needs a little bit of energy, you know. Oh, Dom. Brother, he thanked me. That flex. I didn't finish the story when we walked outside. And we didn't get to that yet. So, I said when we were down in the driveway, and he said something about when you've got this kind of money, he said you can just buy so many vehicles. He says you can have anything you want. He says you could call anybody up, would come running to help you, you know. I'd call me, he said. You know? I said, absolutely. He goes, so what do you do with all your money? I said, I didn't know what to do with all my money, so I fucking put it all in crypto. Okay. Are you guys ready for this? What do you think the next thing is that Mitchell said to me after I said that to him? I want you guys to guess. What's the next thing Mitchell said to me after I said I put all of my money in crypto? That's what I would do too. Drugs Bunny, that's a great guess. No. But thank you for being the first person to respond. I don't know him, so just a guess. That was a good guess. How's that going? You think that's what he said? How's that going? Nope, that's not what he said. Sweetify gets it. I don't know who you are, Sweetify. Dominic Leo said, I did the same. Sokol says, good investment. No, it's Sweetify, everybody. Schweetify says, what's crypto? That is exactly what Mitchell said to me. I knew one of you was going to get it. Did he say he saw that boat in half? He hadn't seen that yet. He hadn't been inside the house yet. It was when I was showing him the Flex seal under the hood that I mentioned crypto, because he looked at all the tools, and I said I don't have that kind of a wrench or whatever it was he thought I should have. He goes, dude, you're a millionaire. He's like, why don't you have that tool? And we laughed, and I said I put all my money in crypto. And he looked at me and he goes, what's crypto? And I said, I'm going to show you what crypto is, bro. He's like, all right. Crypto's monopoly money. So I brought him upstairs, and we sat down and, we watched a bunch of videos. But before we ever started watching those videos, I gave him a crash course in what crypto was. And I pulled up CoinMarketCap. So I pulled up CoinMarketCap. And he said, so what is crypto? And I said, it's an alternative currency for the dollar bill. I said, it's like stocks. He's like, so you're investing in companies and corporations like stocks? I said, sometimes yes and sometimes no. I said, sometimes you're investing in technology. And I said, sometimes you're investing in a dog, an image, a meme, a picture, something that's popular that somebody else will give you value for. I said, if I have, and I went over and I grabbed a Bitcoin. He goes, that's a Bitcoin? I go, that's a representation of a Bitcoin. I said, it's not a Bitcoin. I said, they don't really exist. I said, but people mint these so that you can actually have something to hold in your hand and just, use as he says like it's fake. I go, exactly. He's like, oh, let me see it. So I gave it to him. He's looking at it. And I'm telling him, it's like if I gave you that and you were willing to give me $47,000. $47,000! Bitcoin's at $47,000, everybody. Yeah, it was even higher a few hours ago. Wow. What's the daily high, I wonder? Holy shit. Anyhow, so I explained to Mitchell that as long as he was willing to give me it was 46,000 that we were talking about this. Holy shit. It's 46,000. I 46,000 whatever. I can't believe it's gone up since I talked to Mitchell an hour ago. It's gone up like $300 or more. But I said, I gave him the whole rundown. I said, if you're willing to give me $46,500 for this, I said, there you go. I said, there's my cash. And I said, as long as me and you are doing that transaction, then this thing's got value. I said, I went up and I said, there's 11,257 different kinds of cryptocurrency. I go, and Bitcoin is the main one. I said, but there's more. I said, you got Ethereum, you got Doge, and I handed him the Doge coin, and he was holding it. I go, that's a dog. And he goes like this. Oh, first he goes, oh, and then he goes, he turns it again, and he goes, oh, it's a wolf. I go, it's a Shiba Inu. He goes, it's a wolf? I go, it's a Shiba Inu. He says, he's so fucking smart. He goes, is that a breed of dog? And I go, yeah, it's a breed, man. Shiba Inu. And he goes, wow. He goes, wow. And I go, right? I go, so because this already existed, I said, somebody decided to make another one and pattern it after a dog. And I said, people have become millionaires investing in this. I said, this one right here is worth $46,000 $700, whatever it was. I said, this one is worth 29 cents. That's what it was. I think it was 27 or 29 cents. And he goes, but he says, I said, just depends. I said, you could buy $100 worth of this. I said, you could buy $100 worth of that. I says, you still got $100 worth of cryptocurrency no matter what. He goes, oh. I go, now you don't have a whole Bitcoin. I go, but you have a whole bunch of these if they were 0.005 cents, which is how much these were when they went on the market. And he goes, oh. And I go, now somebody made one called Shiba Inu. And I scrolled down and I showed him Shiba Inu. And I go, look at the number on Shiba Inu. He goes, Shiba Inu. And I go, yeah, Shiba Inu. I go, like the dog. And I go, look how many zeros. I go, 0.000008067. I said, you can get like 1 million of those for like $700. You know, I just pulled a number out of the air or something. He goes, oh. I go, they might be worth $1 one day. And he goes, oh. He goes, but they'd have to be worth $1 one day. I go, I know, but the value's going up right now. He goes, oh. He caught on to everything. Like, he barely asked me any questions at all. He just listened. He's like a fucking sponge, right? So, I'm going to turn him on to fucking crypto. I'm totally going to turn him on to crypto. Now that he understands what it is. Got out of high school in 2014. Looks like a fox outside my house. So, 1 Bitcoin cost more than my house. Wow. Did you tell him about market cap and how certain coins have more supply? Yes. And we didn't get into the specifics of that, but I showed him that different coins have different amounts of people that are doing it. I said millions and millions of people are doing this. And I said when the stock market closes on the weekends, traders can only trade in this. And they do. And I said, so this goes 24/7, 7 days a week. And he goes, oh. And then I told him about the technology behind Ethereum. And then I explained to him that money that we're looking at being processed right now is running on this Ethereum network, just like Visa runs on the Visa network all over the world. And I said, you can use Visa card anywhere in the world. I said, it's just like that. And he's like, ah. So, this one is Stellar Lumens. So he said, these are not, you can't get these. He's like, you can't get a whole bunch. I said, no. I said, those aren't real. And they don't exist like that. I said, it exists like a stock. Like you purchase a stock in a company. He's like, I got it now. So, going to invest half of what the crop's worth? Sounds like you. Well, I'm telling you, man, he picks it up quick. And I think he could be the kind of person. Do you know what one of his majors was in college, guys? Are you ready for this? Fucking math. Dude, when we were watching that UFO video and they pulled up the screen and they showed the graph of the airplane, the duck, and the ocean. And Mitchell goes, oh, it was over the ocean. I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's the ocean. I'm like, yeah. I go, that's the flight path of the duck. I go, that's the flight path of the jet over the same amount of time. And I said, look at how short the duck flew. I said, look at how far the jet flew at 600 miles an hour. And he looks at the equation, because it's a full equation that I believe it was a moving equation that Thunderfoot, I believe, was using on screen. And I saw Mitchell look at that equation, and then I heard him go, oh, yeah. And he got the whole fucking thing. He understood the distance, the time. He understood the parallax effect. In 2 seconds, he grasped everything. When I showed him and he believes in UFOs, man, right? So I showed him the gimbal video. And I said, now this is all bullshit. I said, the guy literally says it's an albatross in the video. But I said mainstream media doesn't play that part of the video. I said, I've got that video. He's like, you do? I was like, I show you the whole video. He's like, you can? I'm like, yeah. And I pulled up the whole gimbal video. And sure enough, dude says, it's an albatross. And for those of you who've not heard the man say it's an albatross, I think you all should hear that over and over again, okay? You should hear the man saying it's an albatross, okay? I want you to hear the pilot tell the other pilot it's an albatross. He sighted in and he's like, woohoo, look at that sucker go. He's like, I got it locked. He's like, what is it? What kind of a flying object is that? He says it's an albatross. And he's like, oh. 45 knots at 13,000 feet. So, Mitchell's like, I didn't know birds could fly that high. I'm like, yeah, they can. And they do. Dude, an albatross can circumvent the Earth in 48, what is it? 48. Dude, I want to say 48 hours. That an albatross can fly around the world in 48 hours. I want to say that, but I can't remember what it was. So don't quote me on that one yet. Okay, here it is. Listen, guys, and I'll show it to you while you can listen to it.
Dude, this is fucking Toronto, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
There's a whole fleet of them.
My gosh.
My gosh.
They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not LNS though, is it? It's not. It is LNS, dude. Well, the first look at that thing. It's rotated.
Dude, that might not have been the video. Hold on a second. Hold on one second. There's another one. What? I want the video, but fuck, son of a bitch. No, I don't want to see Real Time with Bill Maher. You sons of bitches. Was that not the video?
Dude, this is fucking Toronto, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
That's not the right video. There's another one. So the audio is different. Isn't that weird?
That's not LNS though, is it? It's not. It is LNS, dude. Well, the first look at that thing. It's rotated.
Right, it's rotating. Okay, hold on. This is bullshit. But let me find this other video. It was... Huh, wait. No. Huh. So it must be this video. God bless America. I'm not sure. I'm so confused.
Episode 4 of the History Channel's show Unidentified Inside America's UFO Investigation centers around 3 videos.
Let me see if I can find it.
The calibrated airspeed in the lower left is also fairly constant at around 255 knots, which gives a true... All 3 videos are extensive inside America's around 3, commonly referred to as limits and gimbal. All 3 videos were extensively analysed on Metabike over a year ago. Nimitz is probably just a distant jet. Gimbal is also probably a distant jet, but this time with a rotating glare that's just an artifact of the gimbal-mounted camera system. But what I want to discuss here is the go fast.
Okay, wrong. Not the video we watched. It must be the Mick West video. Wait, that's the one I just clicked on, right? I am so freaking confused right now. Yeah, the one that says gimbal Y rotate. 209. It must be this one. Holy shit.
So something I'm asked a lot regarding the gimbal video is if it's camera.
Right?
The actual rotation of the camera to remove the unwanted rotation. So let's see what they'll.
We're going to find it. It's in here.
They don't want it to rotate. The rotation is unwanted. A function seeing here. You can try this yourself. And as seen by the pilot. So this derotation mechanism is applied. The way the camera is mounted, it has to glare rotate independently of some kind of glare. Gimbal video is if it's just a glare, if it's just the horizon isn't rotating, rotation is unwanted. The derotate what we're seeing itself. Part of the remain here. And a derotation. It's like if we position of the camera to remove the applied by the rotation to.
I'm losing my mind, man. That I can't find this video because we only watched, I thought, 3 of these videos. Oh, was it maybe on this one? Yeah, maybe it was on this one. Maybe this one. Maybe this guy played the whole video.
He really drives the point home.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was this one.
We're at 3:09. He says it's because of focal length. Then at 70 minutes, 18 minutes, and 20 minutes.
It was the Thunderfoot video. Here we go. I got it. I'm so glad I found this.
Did you box moving target? No, I took an auto turret. Did you box moving target? No, I took an auto turret. Oh, okay. 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 No, I took an auto turret. No, I took an auto turret. No, I took an auto turret. No, I took an auto turret.
46 days, not 48 hours. My bad. Do you hear what he's saying right there? He's going, no, it's an albatross. No, it's an albatross. No, it's an albatross. And the guy's going, oh, okay. Do you guys hear that? That's literally in the video. They cut that out when they want to show this to you because they don't want you to know it's a fucking albatross. It's literally a bird, and the more you hear it and the more you watch it, the more you'll see that thing flap its fucking wings. You will see. Mitchell and I watched it flap. He's like, can you slow the video down? And I go, yeah, bro, I can. And I slowed the video down for Mitchell. And he was like, I can see it flapping its wings. I'm like, I know, man. It's so funny. Listen to Thunderfoot debunk it. We'll go full screen with it.
Footage that we're discussing here, where you get a bird that sort of flies across the screen and it flies across again. They're trying to lock onto it with a pod. It's quite a long way away. So the bird's at about half the distance of the background, which is why when you finally lock onto it, because the plane is travelling at the best part of the speed of sound, then the bird is essentially static. You see the background whiz by in the background. And your first suspicions that it's a bird should probably come when you can kind of see it flapping its wings.
A duck! Exactly.
And of course, you go through the calculations of the known optics of the camera and the distance of the object, giving us the range there, and boom, you find out that it's about the size of a reasonable sized duck. Further clues that this is not actually anything particularly remarkable come from the audio that is recorded on this clip. Then you just have to ask yourself, is this more the reaction of some bored pilots using the imaging pod to try and lock on?
Sweetify, I want to help you start a podcast. Let me know if there's anything I can do, okay? I love it that somebody wants to start a podcast. Yeah, you should do it. Just whatever you're passionate about, and try not to get too personal with your audience, because that's what I do. I get really personal, and so a lot of people don't like that. But if you want to do well and you want to get a lot of views, don't get too personal with your audience. And do what you're passionate about. Do a fishing show, or if you're into basket weaving, or if you're into gardening like me, or you're into cannabis. Or don't do cannabis though, because if you do anything illegal or anything that they deem non-advertiser friendly content, you won't go anywhere. So as soon as you curse, as soon as you break their rules, and you should go read all the rules right now, and you'll see how obnoxious and stupid they are. I probably just broke 3 of the rules right now just telling you this.
To a distant, small object, Or are these people who see something that's utterly amazing, then just don't really do anything about it? You know, like try and investigate it or something.
Did you box moving target? No, I took an auto turret. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, look at it fly.
Let's do Go Fast, because I think Go Fast is the one that's very accessible to people. Go Fast is this one that looks
2015 UFO encounter taken aboard a Navy fighter jet from the nuclear aircraft carrier USS Teddy Roosevelt off the eastern seaboard near the Florida coast. And it's going so fast that they have never seen anything that has that kind of technology.
It looks like it's going fast, and that's the thing. It's kind of an illusion. It looks like it's going fast because of the parallax effect.
Wrong.
So let's see this expert pilot's evidence as to why this isn't a small object about halfway between the plane and the ground.
Imagine you had a camera, you focus on something, right? I focus here, okay? You're focused. Come on, focus. Okay, you can't see this, right? But as I move closer, I get closer to the focal length. Okay, now it comes into view. Okay, the targeting pod is the same thing.
Sorry, did he say focal length? The focal length isn't the distance to the object. That's the working distance. Well, I don't know. Maybe he just misspoke. I'm sure it was nothing. After all, he's an expert pilot. An instructor, no less.
So, what I want to show you guys, the easiest way to debunk this is focal length.
Focal length is a property of the lens, not the distance to the object. And if there was any doubt that he doesn't know the basics of optics, he really drives the point home in his video description.
So he goes on to debunk, which is what Thunderfoot does, and he does it so good. I'm trying to keep this ice against my swollen ankle here, and trying to keep it elevated. I don't want to get a cramp though, holding my leg in a weird position. So I got nobody to take care of me. Fucking sucks, dude. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna feel great. I'm gonna put my foot down on the ground and be like, oh. I'm gonna just get right back into bed. You can already see it. Sports betting, some people get rich off it, but I think a lot of people just get addicted to it and end up losing a lot of money. So I wouldn't recommend it. I recommend crypto if somebody's looking for. Kids, stay the fuck away from betting like that. Oh, 15 minutes off? Okay. Okay. The swelling is obnoxious, man. I wonder what I did. I should tell Melanie. texted my friend. She might help me. Ugh. This is just sucky, man. I just need that one good podcast. I think we had it last night with Savage Joy, man. That was it. Bro, I want to go back and find the part where I'm talking about Mitchell in there, off-grid. It wouldn't be that hard because I'm sure the chat reflects it. You know, that's how I realize I can find things in these videos. Kissy. Kissy? Dude, Kissy lives on the other side of the fucking country, bro. What are you fucking talking about, Kissy? You got a one-track mind, Nick. I swear. You love her. You just love her. Hey, man. I gotta admit, I kind of love her, too. She's lovable. What can I say? But she's also very happily married, boys. Kissy could definitely handle this situation. She can handle any situation. Alright, so, the video was alive. It doesn't just show all your videos in order of upload. It's so stupid because some engineer over there at YouTube, you know, knew better. Some idiot. Write it down. Nay, turn around your mics. Oh, yeah. Turn around my microphones. Very good. Turn around the microphones. Is that better for you? Oh, Savage Joy Marie. What? Why don't I see it, man? Man, where's the Savage Joy Marie man live tonight? Is that it? It must be because it's 3 hours and 12 minutes. I wouldn't have done a 3 hour and 12 minute video before. Right, okay. It wouldn't have made sense before the interview.
1881A.
There she is.
Which is something that Biden can actually enact.
I'll find it quick. I'll look in the chat.
You're gonna be like, oh god, she's one of those, like, you know,
Farm equipment, here we go.
Sexist.
Yeah, right. I found like a super. Okay, Janice Colby in the chat. I need acreage. We're right there, Jenna, thanks to your chat.
Say,
This is a great feature. I can back up. So right where I see you bump the chat up. There it goes.
wow.
I need acreage.
Wow.
I need
people. I miss going to bars and clubs, and I'm a musician. I miss playing, you know, in
We're talking about living out in the middle of nowhere.
kind of, because we know that's not going to happen. The people in charge of taking the money out of politics are the ones that get the money in politics. And so it's...
I
you know,
need
it's never
acreage.
going to happen.
You had already said that.
I have an... You know, if it all collapses, I have a solution. I live off-grid. So it doesn't help with people with medical problems, but you start with what Ron PLACONE is talking about with local communities getting together and helping each other
You guys want to smoke with me? Bottom of the hour. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabisism, tis for all. Cheers, everybody.
There's some people in the community that have chickens, you know, cows, or they raise livestock, and they have gardens. Or like me, I grow a lot of cannabis and a lot of vegetables. Certain times of the year, I'm able to supply people with a lot of food. And I do that, and my neighbors do too. And I get eggs from my neighbor across the street, and I give them giant zucchinis and things. But I know that's not the solution for talking to the government. But after what happened with COVID, you know, and the way everything looked like it was going to collapse, you know, we didn't know when COVID hit. We didn't
I'll
know
put it in fast.
It's
after this.
United States. Anything could have happened, you know, and it was just a big crapshoot. We were all kind of sitting helplessly waiting to see. Was the government going to keep it together? Was it going to fall apart? Was the power going to go out everywhere? You know, it's still a possibility. And something like that, it doesn't have to be COVID, but it could very well be the next variant that comes out that we don't even have a Greek letter thought about yet. You know, but it could very well be something that goes Ebola on us. And whether it's that, or whether it's fires that we no longer put out, or mass migrations, or flooding, which we're going to have a lot more flooding. My plan is to what I've done right now, and I've moved 3,000 feet up. I'm on a mountain. I've got a well. I'm totally off grid, meaning my energy comes from 96 solar panels. And I talk to my audience all the time about ways that everybody can be prepared to live in a situation where your power goes out and you don't have water. You know, you don't have the 7-Eleven and the grocery store down the street anymore to feed yourself. It doesn't take a lot. Like I spent a few $100s on rice and I put it in storage. I've got it here in the house in a basement, locked up, and it's a great easy thing you can store up. You know, rice is easy and you can eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you can store it. And I have my own greenhouse, so even when it's snowing, the weather's bad, I'm able to still produce vegetables and things like that. That sort of living is obtainable for a lot of people, and they don't even look at it because it seems so uncomfortable and unlike anything they've ever experienced. Have you ever gone camping? Done anything out in the woods or anything like that?
Have I what?
Have you ever gone camping in a tent?
Oh, yeah.
So, do you enjoy it? When you're out in the woods and you're you know, just by a lake or a river or whatever, did you enjoy it?
I love it. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what my life is like every day. I love it. I love living off grid, and I do miss driving my car in traffic even. I miss being around people. I miss going to bars and clubs, and I'm a musician. I miss playing, you know, in a band. And going to restaurants is a thing I really miss a lot of. I miss restaurants. You know, I used to love going out to eat, but I've lost a lot of weight because I'm not eating at restaurants anymore. But there's so many other things that society offers that people aren't willing to just let go of or even think about letting go of. And I challenge you to challenge your audience at some point to talk about off-grid living and to just say, hey, you know, let's say Medicare for All doesn't go through and they just get worse and worse and worse and nothing gets better. There's this off-grid solution that I want to talk to you all about, you know, and it's just something that you can get them pointed in that direction at least. I've been trying to do that with my audience for years, and some of them have come back and said, I'm totally off-grid now, thank you, you know, we're doing this, we're doing that. I've had audience members send me canned vegetables and sauces, apple sauces, and all kinds of things that they weren't really into as much until they started watching my show. And it's Ron PLACONE talks about it all the time, and he doesn't realize that he's really talking about living without federal government support. So is that something that you would be interested in or putting any thought into in the future?
No, oh my God, yeah. Because I mean, since I lost 85% of my sight, I can't work. You know what I mean? So my show, my writing, like these, I can do that anywhere. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would totally.
We were talking really slow.
Friend, she has like 6 acres of land. So I go camping with her.
It almost sounds like we're talking normal speed, bro. We're at 1.75 speed, I think, right now.
Quite often, and you know, I just love it so much. I love just sitting out there for days. I love being by the fire. I love just waking up in a tent and that air, the fresh air. I love just hearing the birds and just being, you know, around nature and no electronics and just, you know, actual.
So your friend Janison, I need to show you my dog, and he wants to go outside, but I had to show him to you before I let him go outside.
Aww.
So I live on 6 acres, and each one of my neighbors lives on about the same amount of land.
This might be it where I start talking about Mitchell.
Going on out
I hope
here.
it is.
I know a guy that he lives in a trailer.
Here it is.
He has no water. He has no electricity.
This is 2:23:21. 2:23. 2 hours and 23 minutes. 2:23. 2:23. Hashtag 2:23. No, 2 hours and 23 minutes in.
He's my neighbor.
And it's from the end. It's about 45 minutes from the end of the video. When I get up to let my dog out to show Rogie, and then let him out. That's when this starts. So this is important because this is when I talk about Mitchell, guys, and this is basically everyone that's waited around to watch this video to get to the end of the story. This is the freakiest part of the roller coaster ride, because the very day before Mitchell saved my life, I said this about him.
My next door neighbor, and he is so content. And let me tell you about this guy. You should meet him. In fact, I'm going to bring him on the show one day, and we'll have him on, and we'll have you on simultaneously. We'll have a big conversation. He is college educated, very, very professional, and he looks 4 times crazier than me.
He does. He looks fucking crazy. Gene Wilder meets Albert Einstein crazy. You guys are going to be like, oh my God, it's Gene Wilder meets Albert Einstein. That is exactly what he looks like. But he is... willing to come on the show and talk to us. And we're going to have him on. And you guys are going to fucking love him. And I was talking about him like this, and he appears like magic and saved my life today.
Look, he's got like Einstein hair and crazy, just this crazy look. You know, I think he shaves, but it's his hair. He's got like this white, crazy hair, and he looks like a crazy guy that lives off-grid in the woods on a mountain, and that is exactly what he is. But where his story is intriguing, and he's a wonderful person, and he is living proof that you can live without the basics, without flowing water. I'll tell you where he gets his water from in a second. Without flowing water, without electricity, and I did hear him fire up a generator the other day for a couple of minutes. I was like, aha, he's over there, he's charging up his cell phone, he's doing something. You know, he did fire up a generator, but
does not have a cell phone, does not have the internet, has never used the internet before, did not even know what crypto was. Just so you guys know, he's really off grid, man. No phone, no nothing, no contact, no TV.
He is such a perfect example to people that, you know, because they'll end up getting electricity and water, I hope, and I'm sure. But just as an example of how happy and content a man can be. He lives alone with his dog, and
when I said that to him, I said, "You're a happy guy." He goes, "Well, because I had a couple of rough years." He said, "I lost my dog," and we talked about that for a while. He said, "I get emotional about it." I go, "I understand. I lost my dog 3 years ago, bro." I said, "I know," and him and I got into a real deep conversation about the dogs and stuff. We talked for a half hour about that. Let me let mine out. You want to go out?
He's just such a happy guy, and he's got no electricity, man. He's got no water. Let me tell you where he gets his water from. My neighbor behind me, he's got a well, and he's got a couple of 2,500 gallon water tanks that he keeps up on top of the mountain, and those are pressure tanks, and they feed his home. And every 2 months or so, my one neighbor drives his car over with a giant, he's got like a 250-gallon tank in his pickup truck.
It's a 300-gallon tank, and this is funny. I asked him about that today. He's not using that. That goes in a pickup truck, which he no longer drives, so he's trying to get a pickup truck. But he's using like 2.5-gallon water jugs, and he's filling those up, and he can do like, I think he can do, he said 60 gallons. I think he said he had 60 gallons of water in the back. So he's got like, you know, maybe they're 5-gallon jugs of water. I don't know. Yeah, maybe they're 5-gallon jugs of water. And he's got a few of them back there. But until he gets a pickup truck, he can't do that. So instead of getting, and that's why I've been seeing him more often.
And he drives over to my other neighbor's house, and he takes the garden hose, and he fills it up, and they hang out for a few hours. But it takes a while to fill up this giant tank with the garden hose, and he fills it up, and he goes home, and that's where he gets his water from.
I feel like I want to come hang out with
You can. You guys are welcome to come out anytime you want. I would love to have you out.
So there it is. It's kind of weird how life works sometimes, isn't it, guys? You know, you're just not even thinking about it, and just in passing, you make a mention about your neighbor. And you say, hey, man, my neighbor's a good guy. You know, he lives off grid, and he doesn't have electricity, and he doesn't have water. He gets his water from my other neighbor, and he's just a very content, you know, he seems very happy, and we're just talking about him. And then the very next day, I twist my ankle stepping out of my Roxer in a very dangerous spot with the motor running the whole time, right? And suffer a psychotic episode that leads into a fucking panic attack, of which the likes I have never experienced before in my life. Where I guess that's what it's like when you start kind of going crazy, like when you start getting old and getting senile. That's how I felt. Oh boy, it's a scary feeling. And to go from that into a full-on panic attack, to be, you know, I should have been having the shortness breath thing, but I don't remember how I was breathing, right? All I remember is he pulled up and it saved me, because I felt like I was going to have a heart attack. And isn't that just crazy, the way he just appeared right when I needed him? Within minutes. I mean, within seconds. I don't know how long I was standing there for. I wish I had it on video, but I don't. I tried to see, but it's off camera. And I was probably there for, you know, I say, you know, a minute or two before I heard the sound of gravel and didn't understand what I was hearing. I didn't even know what the sound was. I remember the first thought I had was, you have to listen to that sound. It's important. Don't ignore that sound. What's that sound? I had so many fucking thoughts, man. And I was fighting this terror. I was terrorized. Like a mini stroke. I don't know. Maybe I should call my sister. You know? She might say, yeah, go to your doctor and get a checkup or something, but none of that would have happened had I not hurt myself and experienced that shocking amount of pain. It was a shocking amount of pain, man. What is crazy is that I experienced that amount of pain and I walked away from it. The only time I sat down on the ground was just in relief when Mitchell was standing in front of me. And I literally fucking collapsed in front of him. I'm lucky those rocks were right where they were, man. Because I had nowhere else to go. I was going down. And I could have gotten dirty as fuck, man, you know, on my dusty driveway. Because you're functioning fine? Yeah. Yeah, I seem to be functioning fine. Yeah, man, I'm good. I hope my friend Melanie can come over. I really need some companionship right now, man. I need somebody here to look after me for at least a day or two. I wonder how long I'm going to be fucking laid up for. Is it smoky? You can see the smoke, Tula, but it's not smoky here at my house. I mean, it's hazy outside, and it looks overcast. The sun is shining down through it. I'd have to go look. Let me go look at it, okay? And I'll tell you exactly how it is. don't smell smoke here. Right. Right now, the way it is right now, and that can change, but it just depends on the direction. It depends on the direction the wind blows, you know, from day to day. And it does change from day to day. It's like it changes overnight, right? Right now, you can't smell any smoke. The air is fairly clear. I wouldn't give it 100% quality rating at all, but it's clear. But above the house, you can see the sun. It's shining through its blue sky. But as you look off in the distance, over near where the frack mines are actually, you could see the whole sky is full of haze. Not smoke, but definitely a haze caused by smoke pollution for sure. It's not clouds. That is fucking smoke haze, and you can see it for sure. But am I dehydrated? If anything, not from the heat as much as from the massive sweat. I drank some water. Mitchell and I drank a glass of water together. A whole glass. I drank all of this, plus I drank from the hose, plus I drank this entire cup of coffee. So I got plenty of liquid inside me right now. That feeling, I just remembered the feeling when I collapsed. Before, not when Mitchell walked up, but when I realized that I couldn't walk around the back of the Roxer, I just remembered. It just popped into my brain. Oh my God, man. Holy shit, that's a traumatic memory. Dude, remember I told you I felt like I was really hungry? I was standing there, and I thought I was just going to vomit everything if I had anything inside me. I got so fucking nauseous. It was such an overwhelming feeling of nausea. And then I started this profuse sweating. I was overcome. I was so traumatic that I barely even remember these moments, guys. I'm so glad that I'm sharing this on the live stream because I can go back and listen to this and it'll help me recall it. You know? I smoke along with you. I fell last year in some stinging nettle. Felt super woozy, nausea, headache. Called doctor, went in, sent me straight to emergency room. We had a TIA. Needing extreme care and having Mark as an orderly. A week of old sushi. Streams, bro. It's like actually hanging out. It says DC fishing. I wanted to call my mom and my sister, but I've had them on Messenger simultaneously before, but my sister says my mom's not on Messenger. But I'll call them both anyway. I gotta do this. Maybe something a little higher?
Hello.
Hi, my beautiful sister. I'm live on my show right now. I've been live for 3 hours, just so you know. No private information shall be released on this conversation.
Okay.
I had an episode today, and I just told my audience about it, but I got to tell you what happened. I was stepping out of my Roxer, which is higher up, you know, in the Jeep, and I twisted my ankle, and I popped it. I heard it pop in my ear. I heard it. It was like that sound when you crack your knuckles. I heard it do that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's got, you know, it was the most amount of pain I've ever felt in my entire life in a single instant, and I screamed out loud, and I didn't fucking fall over. Unbelievably, right? I thought I'd broken my ankle, or
Right.
definitely I said I must have freaking sprained it, but I didn't sit down. So I was standing there and I was holding myself against the vehicle, and I had this feeling like I wasn't going to be able to take care of myself or the dog for the next few days, and I didn't have anybody to help me, right? So I started walking around the Roxer to go pick up some. I was down there at the bottom of the driveway because I was picking up some packages, and I just popped my freaking ankle, and I started walking to go pick up the packages instead of getting in the Jeep and just driving myself. The Jeep was still running that had my dog sitting in the passenger seat. I decide to go get the freaking, right? So I'm literally out of my mind at this point, right? And I'm not thinking clearly. Yeah. And I didn't realize I wasn't. I would picked up a box. It had 2 winches in it for my sawmill. And I thought it was 1 winch in my hand. And I walked away, and I was thinking to myself, why did they only deliver me 1 winch? Why did they only deliver me 1 winch? And then I thought, where is my sawmill? I was like, where am I? Where? And I couldn't see. I started losing my ability to see, right? So I put the fucking, I put the box down. And as I put the box down, I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's 2 winches. What the fuck is wrong with me? So then I turn around, I go back to get the other box, and I never make it around the back of the Jeep. I put my hands against it, and I start feeling like I'm gonna vomit, like projectile vomit, like nausea. When I had the motion sickness at the theme park, it was like this. It was the worst nausea I'd ever felt. And I leaned against the Jeep, and I thought I was going to throw up, and then I started sweating profusely. And it was at that moment I realized I was having a fucking panic attack, right? So I thought for a second I was having a heart attack. I was like, oh my God, I'm having a fucking panic attack. I was like, because I was thinking, how am I going to take care of myself? How am I going to take care of the dog? And I just got crazy, right? I'm panicking out for about, I don't know, I think it was a minute. I think it was 2 minutes. It felt like forever. I don't know how long. My neighbor pulled up, and I just yell. I'm like this on my Jeep, and I'm like, I look up, and I'm like, help! And I go back down, and I can't even, and he stopped, and he backed up. And he sat there and stared at me for a second, and I was just, I didn't hear him get out of his vehicle yet, but I heard that he backed up. And I said, help, again. And he put it in park, and he got out, and he came over, and I collapsed on the floor, on the ground, next on a pile of rocks. And he said, are you having a heart attack? And I said, no, I'm having a panic attack. And he goes, thank God! And I just snapped me out of it. But it's a long story. But what do you think was the thing where I experience all this shooting pain, and then all of a sudden I don't even realize that I have two boxes that are taped together of the winches. I had 2 winches in my hand, and I wasn't able to just process that. Right?
How?
Wait, Kimberly. Wait. I wasn't able to just say to myself at that point, when I put the box down and I couldn't find the sawmill, I wasn't able to just say, get in the Jeep. There's air blowing in there. I wasn't able to do any of that. I was thinking to go get the other box, to go load it in the back of the Roxer. Go ahead, ask me. What?
Yeah.
How what?
I was going to ask you, how under the influence were you?
Of cannabis?
Yes.
Oh, at that point, when I twisted my ankle, I'd been outside working, and I'd done a show, but I was only using, this. Actually, it's funny. I was only smoking out of this little tiny bong, and I wasn't smoking a lot more than I usually do, and I think it was all just one strain that I normally smoke. So I wasn't mixing it up. So I'm used to this, right?
Right.
It doesn't matter. I mean, when I put my flip-flops on, I put my heel over them like this, and I didn't put the backs on. So I had no support on my freaking ankle, number one. That was stupid.
Right. How does your ankle feel right now?
It feels okay, but I've been icing it, and I put triage oil on it, and I'm trying to keep it elevated every few minutes. It looks like a baseball
Ben?
is coming out of the side of it.
Oh, really? It's all swollen.
Yeah. I took a picture I can send you.
You did not have a panic attack. You had an anxiety attack.
That's what someone said.
Attacks,
Someone said anxiety attack in the chat.
they're similar, but anxiety attacks are caused by
Anxiety.
thoughts.
Yes.
Panic attacks come out of nowhere for no reason.
Right.
You literally
I
think
said I
you're-
wasn't breathing hard. That was the thing, was I don't remember breathing hard. I wasn't trying, and when I have a panic attack, I can't breathe.
Yeah, you had an anxiety attack because your brain went into fight or flight mode. You hurt yourself. It hurt badly, and you immediately panicked in, oh my God, how am I going to be able to deal with this by myself? Your brain shut down because you become incapable of processing logical thought at that point because you're in fight or flight.
Kimberly, that's like that time we were leaving Aunt Anne's funeral, and I lost it on those girls outside. The girls that called Dad a motherfucker.
Yep.
And
I remember very clearly.
That lawyer that was sitting in between you and I.
Yep.
Right? Were you sitting in between us, or was he sitting in between you and I?
No, I was in between.
He reached over you and tried to grab me. And I remember feeling his arm on me, really like when Dad would grab me when he was going to hold me down and stop me from doing something. Yeah. That's what it felt like. Yeah. And I remember just going, blip, like I felt like the Incredible Hulk, and then blackout. You know, next thing I know, and this is what's funny, then I twist my ankle on my way to them around the corner of the car. Same thing, I fucking popped my ankle. And I didn't get an anxiety attack. It just kind of woke me out of my rage. I was having a rage attack.
Yes.
Similar. Like the anxiety.
Yep.
Wow, I'm just reading the chat. We should have it looked at.
You're okay.
Heard it pop, so I didn't know it was broken.
Do you have an ace bandage?
Yes.
Can you wrap your...
Yes.
Just wrap it up? So
yes.
That it's okay. Supported?
Yes.
Good.
Yes. And, here, I'll send you, let's see here. Oh, I hit the wrong messenger. We're on Facebook Messenger, so it'll be easy. There, I'll send you a picture of my ankle. So, ooh, I'm getting so good at this texting thing with you. This is great. I knew exactly what to do. So, I had such a crazy day today, and my neighbor, he is saying that I saved him today, and he saved me. And I told him, I'll tell you, Kimberly, I thought I was going to have a heart attack when I was having the anxiety attack. Right. I thought I was going to have a heart attack, and there was nothing that was going to stop it. I couldn't stop it. I was getting overwhelmed, and then I heard his wheels on the gravel pulling by my driveway, and in my head, I was telling myself, you need to. This crazy shit. I said it. I explained how it was on my live stream. But what I said to myself was, you have to look up. You know what that sound is? That's tires. Those are tires. And I kept saying it over again. That's a car coming. That's a car coming. Look up, look up, look up, look up. You got to look up. And I'm like this. I'm like, you got to look up. And I went like that. And it's all I could do was look up like that. And I saw white. And I knew it was one of my neighbors, because everyone drives a white truck around me. Everyone. So I wasn't sure which one it was. And I looked up again, and I saw which one it was. I saw it was the white. It was Mitchell. And all I could muster was say help, say help. You have to say help. Yell it, scream it. And I'm telling myself, and I could barely do it. And he's going 1 mile an hour. He's going so slow. He's just rolling by. And he goes, hi, Ben. And I go, help. And he rolls about 10 feet and stops, It was just amazing. And he saved my life. And then, because his truck had a water leak, and he was going to have to drive, and he didn't know what to do. And I had Amazingly, I had Flex Seal in the entire Flex Seal family of products. And I gave him his own can. It stops leaks fast. That's right, it's liquid rubber in a can. Hi everybody, I'm Phil Swift. And I'm going to show you Flex Seal. So, she likes the Phil Swift. Liquid rubber in a can, and now with the new Flex Paste, watch this. Wow, that's real damage. I cut this bone in half, but with Flex Tape, I'm going to put it right back together again. Hello, Fishy. Oh my God. So, So he rolled his truck up the top of the driveway. Long story short, we sprayed the Flex Seal on the hose and fixed the leak instantly. And he was so grateful to me. He's like, I was in panic mode. He said, I didn't know how I was going to fight. He's like, I wanted to ask Jim. He's like, I felt like I was really overextending my welcome there because they were out of town and I was just getting water from them and I was like, it's all right, man. We got this, man. I said, me and you got this. You got me and I got you, man. And I was like, that's what neighbors are for. I said, and we saved each other today. So it's a beautiful thing. Top of the hour. Cheers, Bab Blue Jaws. All right. I'm going to get back to my show. I just wanted to let you know. And thank you for telling me that was an anxiety attack. Because I couldn't. I could. Oh, you've had one before?
Oh, I've had lots of them.
Oh, I couldn't think. Yeah, when you can't think, when you're looking at something and you can't say, like, you're looking at this and you're like, why is this coin so thick? Why is this coin so thick? This is what I was doing with the. There's two of them, you know, but I wouldn't have been able to figure that out. My brain wasn't able to just.
Your brain shuts down.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't process.
Well, I'm glad I know what it is. I feel a lot better now. Okay, I'm not losing. It's not Alzheimer's. Hey, there he is right there. He's calling me right now. I'm going to talk to him. I love you. All right, take care. All right, bye. Hey. How's it going? Yes. Hey, how's it going? No, I got to go past through 420, man. We always smoke at 420, and I'll probably go through that too. What you got going on, son? Okay. No, I don't. But man, you can just keep spraying the spray on there, and you'll build up an. Yeah, and just shake it for just like spray paint. Shake it for like 10 or 15 seconds before you use it. Sprung a leak. How bad is it? How is the leak better? Is it a less? Wait, is it a smaller leak now at least? Did it fix some of it? Because there were several holes there. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good. Nope. Nope. All right. Okay, and listen, while I got you on the phone and I'm live, I want you to know I told you I was going to tell everybody the story about what happened to you and me today. And I did. I just finished the whole story. It's kind of fitting that you're here right now. And I just wanted to give my audience a moment because there's a bunch of people watching. And if you guys want to say anything, I'll relay messages to Mitchell right now from you guys. If you guys want to say anything back to him, what I was just talking to my sister about it. And I said that you're like, I saved you a trip, out. But now that you're leaking again, I'm like, oh, it's leaking again, man. We got to. But there's. Timbo0212 says, thank you, Mitchell. They're saying thank you to you. So you really helped a lot today, man. I told him I was in dire straits. And Nick Brown just said thanks. There you go. And, a whole bunch of people. Bab Blue Jaws says, thank you, Mitchell. Doc Holland says, your story is amazing, Mitchell. Dominic says, thank you, bro. DC Fishing says, Flex Seal failed. Kevin Vaught says, thanks for helping Nay today, Mitchell. Hippie Chick says, thank you for helping Nay. Doc says, thanks, brother. Nick Brown says, thanks for helping our homie Nay today, brother. Sokol's Garden Adventures says, tell Mitchell I said hi, H-I-G-H, and thanks for being a great friend to Nay. And then Timbo0212 says, can't wait to meet you, Mitchell, on the show. Yeah, definitely, man. I told them about, you and I looking over the UFO footage and stuff. I told them the whole story, bro. Oh yeah, I told them about how I told you about crypto, that you didn't even know what it was. It was amazing. It's an amazing story, man. He's talking about NFTs and he doesn't even realize it. Oh my God, let me put you on speakerphone, bro. Listen, you're literally talking about NFTs and you don't even realize it. Okay? So, well, I want you to say to my audience what you just said to me. Okay? Go ahead.
Well, essentially, and if you look the way we used to be on the gold standard and then they went off the gold standard, what you learn from that is that you could take anything, and anytime people are willing to pay for it and bid on it, any object, anything, no matter what it is, can rise in value, just like they just arbitrarily decided gold was valuable.
Exactly. And when you were saying that, I was holding up different objects. I held up my beard brush that I brush my beard with every day on the show. And I held up my little mini bong that I smoked with all day. And I include guitar picks from the show with the packages. When I send out Triage World to people, I'll put a guitar pick that I used on the show when I played guitar for them. And there is a thing in cryptocurrency. It just came out within the last year or so that I'm aware of. But it's called NFTs. And what an NFT stands for is non-fungible token. So, are you familiar with the word? He says you can sell anything as long as people are willing to pay for it. We can't wait to have you on the show, bro. I told them that you're a real quick study, man. I said he catches on real fast. So, it's like lightning, brother. And I love seeing it spark, man. It's fantastic. So, yeah, we'll talk soon, and I'll have you on. But what NFTs are, bro, and you're going to love this. They're taking even record albums, man. Artists are recording an entire record album, and then they're selling it to one buyer in an auction. That's an NFT. And then that person can do whatever they want to, right? They're also, and the artist no longer has copyrights to that work once they sell it. It belongs to the person who purchases. They're doing pieces of art. They're doing graphic design from the computers. So it's only an image that can be viewed on a cell phone, or it's only an image that can be viewed on a computer screen. Holographs. They're doing baseball cards as NFTs. And then there's famous people that are taking objects, like I was just showing my beard brush. They're taking objects and they're auctioning them off to their audiences and saying, yeah, how much are you willing to? Yeah, and that's what they're called, NFTs. And there's a big crypto market for that, and you can trade on NFTs just like you can on Bitcoin or Ethereum or those other cryptocurrencies I was showing you. Yep. Yes. Somebody wanted. I was on a live stream one day, and this couple from Germany said, "Nay, would you ship us a lock of hair?" A lock of hair they wanted. And I pulled my hair out, and I go, "No, it's not long enough yet." I said, "Ask me when it's longer, and I can afford a lock." So they wanted a lock of my hair. It was just so funny, man. And there you go. So everything has value if people are willing to pay for it. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what was funny? Was when I pulled up the example of Bitcoin for you and I showed you the value of it. It's gone up friggin' $300 since the example I showed you an hour ago. The value of Bitcoin has gone up $300 that quick. Yes. Not for me. No, but if a billionaire like Elon Musk decides to do that. So I said that Mitchell doesn't have a cell phone. You've got a cell phone. You're talking to me on a cell phone right now, right? Okay, so he does have a cell phone. My bad. He's got a cell phone. So do you use the internet on your cell phone? Okay. Okay. No, you will be in a day when I show it to you. So don't worry about it. If Mark can figure it out, you know you can figure it out. So you got this. Oh, you got this, brother. It's in your hand already. That was the hardest part, was getting it in your hand. I forgot what we were saying. I forgot what we were saying. Flex. Yes, and it will work eventually. Just dry it off. That's all you got to do. Dry it off. Don't touch it with your fingers. Spray it on 1 or 2 times. You'll see it solidify. Let it sit for another hour. Go spray some more. You got a whole can, son, so it won't take but a couple of sprays. You'll get it. All right. Well, I will talk to you really soon, okay? Okay. All right, brother. Bye. It's me and my uncle that died a while back. That was me when I was a kid. This is before I got Bell's palsy. It fucked up my face. So my cousin, his daughter, sent me this picture today while I was sitting here with Mitchell talking, and I pulled the photograph up and I showed him. I was like, hey man, look, my cousin just sent me a picture. He's like, right now? I was like, well, like an hour ago, but it's just coming up right now because we stepped in the house, and it got on the internet. And so the picture loaded, and I showed him, and he was like, that's you? He says, on the right? Is that you on the right? And I go, Mitchell, that's your left. And he goes, he's like, oh, you're right. Like, you're holding the phone with your right hand, bro. We had so much fun. Oh, shit, it's 7:10. Why did you say shut up, Karen? What? Why'd you say shut up, Karen? 100 for the beard brush. I know, shut up, Karen. $100 for the beard brush? Do I have to sign it or something? Can I still use it? Do I have to take my hair out of it? Does the hair still need to be in it? There's a couple of hairs in it. I keep it pretty clean. $100 for this beard brush? Oh no, at Karen, I got $150 for the beard brush. Timbo0212, you got $150 for this thing? This ratty old, dirty old beard brush that I use in my beard almost every day? You would pay $150 for this. You get one of these for brand new on Amazon for probably $13 or something like that, I would think. It's called the Baby Brush by Goody. It's a Goody baby brush. Let's see how much they're worth. Now we're talking NFTs. All right. Ah, there it is. Ouchless purse hairbrush. $5.99. That's the purse one. I wonder if that's the same size. The handle... The head looks smaller than the handle. Radiance Oval Cushion Hairbrush. Here's one. It's $9.99. Karen says $175 for this brush. NFTs, son. Goody. Jealous Grip Oval Cushion. Ooh. Brush. Assorted color. I like that one. The Jealous Grip Oval Cushion brush. Oh, that's very similar to this one. I'm actually going to buy some of these. Yeah, this is the normal size. It's $8 for one of these. Right? And this one's got a round handle, not a flat handle like this one's got. This one's got a comfy gel handle. Let me see that from the side. Or they just show that... Can you show it from the side? No, they're not going to show it from the side. Okay, that's cool. It looks round. That's what I want. I can get any color. I'm going to get it in... This one is red. I'm going to get this one in red. Oh, it's actual red, man. That's freaking red. Yeah, okay. I'll take that. I'll take 2 of those. You know, I wouldn't mind having more. One for the bathroom, one for out here, one for the living room. Wouldn't mind having one. Where else would I like to brush my beard at? You'd pay $175 if they sign and with the hair in it? Jesus fucking Christ, man. Maybe I can lacquer over my signature. Yeah. You. All right, I'll go spray some clear lacquer on this. Trendy Nay, NFT number 1. There it is. $175. Let's say, you guys are serious about that, man. I'm getting some new ones. How many did I buy? I'm going to buy some of these motherfuckers. Where am I at here? Add to cart. How many? I need, yeah, I want for inside my shower and out. So that's 1, 2. 1 for out here and 1 for in there. That's 4. I want 4 of those bad boys. No, I don't need to brush my beard and grow. That's now we're overdoing it. Now you're just overdoing it, Doc. You're being excessive. These things, now that we're talking $31.96 worth of brushes here, bro. All right, can we get serious with me for 1 second, please? All right, proceed to check out. Let's do it. I'm proceeding. Hey, there's some tax on there. $2.32. Look at this. Select the day you want to get your delivery. Hey, how about you deliver it right here to my... Oh. Befar. They're saying that these shall arrive. It is 4:20. In 4 days, I shall have my new brushes. I think I will sell this and give the proceeds, seriously, to Mitchell for his truck, towards his purchasing his truck. All right, that's what I will do. For NFT number one, and I'm going to lacquer that, guys. And if you guys are serious about this and you really want to donate to Mitchell's truck, you will have this beard brush, and it will be yours to do with whatever you want. And I'm even going to do this for you. I'm going to lift the bristles. See how the bristles are pushed in? Yeah. Watch this. I have to focus and concentrate so much to do this. You said you want the hair in it. Is it worth more with the hair in it or with I tell you what, whoever purchases it gets the choice of whether you want the hair in it or not. Okay? There's a couple of threads. And I'm going to use it. I'm going to brush. If you want some more threads in there, I'll brush the hell out of it. You want my DNA? You going to clone me? I say you should clone me for future cloning purposes. Hey man, could you imagine that society goes way further than I ever predicted, and you bring me back? We should write a movie, and you guys bring me back with the beard hair. You clone me, and I just wake up from the cloning. I wake up from the cloning chamber, and you're like, "Hey, Nay, we brought you back," and I'm like, "Really? What year is it?" .420. Happy 420, everybody. Cheers. To the moon, baby. To the moon. I'm going to use some Flex Seal Clear on there and spray it on there and make it rubberized rubber in a specialized liquid can. I was holding a hit and I couldn't think. Could not think. If you leave my hair in it, it's provable that this is the real deal. This video will also serve as proof, because I'll hold it up. You can take a digital image of it and compare it to the real deal to prove that this really is my beard brush. Very hard to fake. I'm coughing all over it for you too. Put my germs on it. From bong hits. Man, this thing looks way better with the bristles up. With his trusty pair of zircon-encrusted tweezers in his hand. Zircon encrusted tweezers. In my hand, zircon encrusted tweezers in my hand. In my hand, zircon encrusted tweezers in my hand. In my hand, zircon encrusted tweezers in my hand. In my hand. If you push down in between the bristles with the tweezers, you can make them rise up, out. Rise up! Arise, chicken. Chicken, arise. Arise, chicken. Chicken, arise. Arise, chicken. Chicken, arise. Arise, chicken. Chicken, arise. Arise, chicken. And remember, you can always go back and watch this video of me doing this to this brush, and you'll be able to show all of your friends the video of you obtaining this brush with this fucking video that will exist all over the internet as proof that this is yours. Arise, chicken. Chicken, arise. Arise, chicken. Chicken, arise. Arise, chicken. Chicken and rice. Arise, chicken. Arise. Chicken, arise. Chicken, arise. Chicken and rice. Arise, chicken. All right, so whoever wins this beard brush, and I have pulled out, I made it so nice. I've pulled out almost all the bristles. Right? Look at this. Look, guys. I pulled out almost all the bristles. Look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Okay. So, whoever purchases this beard brush from me is actually going to get this shipped to you. I'm also going to throw in 2 jars of triage oil. I'll put that in there too for you guys. Right? And I'm going to spray lacquer this. So it'll have Trending A on there. And then there it'll say NFT number 1. And if you want my DNA, then I've got some hairs in there. And if you want it cleaned out, I can clean it out for you too. I have no problem taking the hairs out of there if you don't want the hairs. So, let's start the auction bidding, shall we? And then for real. Because I know that Hippie Chick won, she said like $175 with the hair in it. But if somebody wants to give me $200 and have me pluck the hairs out of it, the money's going to Mitchell to purchase a truck so that he can get water from my neighbor. So, if you guys are serious about this, you go ahead and bid on it all you want. For real. And I will literally give that money to Mitchell. So, anyone for real want it? You want me to throw in free shipping? Okay, free shipping. Free shipping. You don't even have to pay shipping. You were outbid, but we weren't really being serious. Now I'm being serious. Here, I'll up the ante right now by using it on this live stream. Whatever will I do without this brush? Until August 18th, when my other 4 new ones arrive. And they'll be fire engine red. And I'll be fucking rocking red instead of coral. This is coral, in case you're wondering. I've always wanted this in a red. What do you think? What do you guys think? Put some more hair in there, see? I upped the ante right there. Nobody wants to make a first bid on this? Alright, that's fine. I'll just set that right there. I went through all that to create an NFT and nobody wants a beard brush. That would have been so funny if you guys really wanted it. When does the bidding end? When I say it ends. Since I'm the one selling the NFT. At my pleasure. The bidding ends at my pleasure. Could you imagine you're sitting there and you start watching that video with somebody and you whip that out and you start brushing your hair with it? And you're like, yeah. I'm just going to set this right here. Or you just walk out one day like this, you know, got it in your beard, hanging. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Yo, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm just chilling with my beard here, my beard brush. I like it. Or I could see you drilling a hole in this and wearing it as a pendant. It'd make a great pendant to wear around the neck. Dude, these things are worth, are you kidding me? They're worth $6. I can't even interest you guys in it. Really? Noise. I don't think anybody thinks it's noise enough to bid on. I like it. But, you know, it'll be nice to have a new one where the little bristles don't keep getting pushed in every time I use it, you know? I've had that one for a long time. A face wash for the brush. Huh, no thanks. Nice trade. I don't think I'm going to be able to purchase a truck for Mitchell with that money. But thank you for offering. It's nice of you. I'll let him know. Wow, I'm excited to get some new beard brushes, man. I've been meaning to do that and I just keep forgetting. I'll just throw this one in the garbage since nobody wanted it. Put rubber bands on your beard and you would look like Captain Lou Albano. Is that what I need to do? That's all I need to do? And now I can look like Captain Lou? Because I looked at pictures of Captain Lou and I was like, yeah, I kind of see it, you know, I guess. You got $25 on it for real, bro? All right, so Doc has opened up the bidding here. He's for real. John and Daphne Holland. Doc, you're serious, bro. Let's not get too crazy here, but we got Doc Holland says $25 for this thing, man. He's also going to get 2 of these thrown in, which is actually a $35 value. So you get the NFT and you get the 2 jars of triage oil. It's a package deal. $25. The money goes to Mitchell, my neighbor, who saved my life today. Well, yeah. Remember, the money goes to Mitchell to try to get a truck. Okay, I'll up the ante. All right, I'm going to up the ante. Whatever this goes for at the end of this auction, I'll double it. The money that goes to Mitchell. So if somebody pays $100 for this, I'll give him $100. So he'll get $200. How'd my neighbor save my life? I twisted my ankle and had an anxiety attack. And I almost gave myself a heart attack. And he pulled up, and I was able to yell help in time for him to come up and calm me down. It was a real life or death situation, man. I was in sweltering heat. I didn't have any water, and I couldn't move. I couldn't think. I couldn't do anything. I was incapacitated. You know? That's all right. How does it feel now? It feels fine, and I'm kind of scared about that because I'm worried that tomorrow, yeah, I'm going to want to go downstairs and fuck with the drum set and put the room back and start going through boxes. You know, I have to worry about watering plants. I have to transplant. These clones are ready to go, by the way. The clones are ready to start being transplanted. In fact, I'm going to have to take the whole cloner down into the grow room. You will match me? Yeah, I'll match you. I'll match you, bro. No problem, brother. If you give up, you said you're serious about the 20, you said $25, right? All right, then Mitchell's getting 50, bro. Already. With your 25, he's going to get 50. And if you guys are serious and you guys want, seriously, I'll ship you this. You guys want to bid on this? I'll double it. It'll go to a really good cause. Mitchell's already getting $50. He wants to make it more. We got this beautiful thing auctioned up for you. You could, you know, maybe you we'll put a bid down right now, people. Come on, let's go. 5 and a 15 quarter, 2 and a 15 quarter, 5. The bid standing at $25. That means $50. That's right, the big 5-0 is going to Mitchell. 3 and a 15 quarter, 2 and a 15 quarter, 5 and a 15 quarter, 5. I got 25 right now. Let's go, people. 3 and a 15 quarter, 2. Who's going to give me more than $25 for this wonderful offer? You get the first official NFT ever developed here at Nay's Garden. You also get 2 jars of triage oil worth at least $35, if not more. $30. We got 30 on the floor. You can send in cash order. We got $30 on the floor. $30 on the floor. Circle Garden Adventures. That's $60 to Mitchell now to get a new truck. 3 and a 15 quarter, 2 and a 15 quarter, 5. We're at 30. 3 and a 15 quarter, 5 and a 15 quarter, 10 and a 15 quarter, 2 and a 15 quarter, 5. Come on, people, let's go. This is for a very good cause. People on the floor, let's go. 3 and a 15 quarter, 2 and a 15 quarter, 5, 15 quarter, 10 and a 15 quarter, 5, 15 quarter, 2 and a 15 quarter, 5. Come on, people, let's go. 2 and a 15 quarter, 2 and a 15 quarter, 5. This is for Mitchell's truck, people. So he can get some water. He can get more water. Yeah, he can make less trips. 2 and a 15 quarter 10, 10 and a 15 quarter 5, 5 15 quarter 25, 5 and a 15 quarter 10, 10. Come on, people, let's go. We're at $30, folks. 3 and a 15 quarter 10, 10, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 10, 10. Come on, people. 3 and a 15 quarter 2, 2, 15 quarter 5, 5, 5 and 15 quarter 10, 10, 15 quarter 5. Come on, people. 3 and 15 quarter 10, 10, 15 quarter 5, 5 and 15 quarter 10. Come on, people, let's go. It's for a good cause. You get this beard brush as seen multiple times on this show. You get 2 jars of triage oil. The beard can be de-haired or not de-haired on your call. Right now we got $30 down. 2 and a 15 quarter 2, 2 and a 15 quarter 5, 5. We got $30 down. Come on, 5 and a 15 quarter 2, 2 and a 15 quarter 10, 10 and a 15 quarter 10, 10 15 quarter 10, 10 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 2, 2, 15 quarter. Come on, people, let's go. 3 and a 15 quarter 10, 10 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 10, 10, 15 quarter 15, 5, 5 and 15 quarter 2, 2, 15 quarter 1, 1 and 15 quarter 3, 3 and 15 quarter 9, 9 and 15 quarter 44, 5, 5 and 15 quarter 10, 10. Come on, people, let's go. 3 and a 15 quarter 10, 10 15 quarter 5, 5. Come on, we got 5-0. That means Mitchell's getting $100 towards his truck, and it's Doc that's got it. $50. Right on, brother. All right. 2 and a 15 quarter 10, 10 and a 15 quarter 5, 5 and 15 quarter 15 quarter 2, 2 and 15 quarter 5, 5, 5 15 quarter 25, 5 15 quarter 10, 10 15 quarter 10, 10 15 quarter 5, 5 15 quarter 2. Now we see 35. Now we see 35. Oh, you said the big 50, and now you say 35. Well, you can't just say the big 50 when we're bidding. Now you're saying 35? All right, 35. So we're at 35? All right, 35. 5 and a 15 quarter 35 is where we at. 3 and a 15 quarter little misunderstanding. 5 on the floor. 3 and a 15 quarter 2, 2 and a 35, folks. 3 and 15 quarter 5. $35. That's $70. $70 going to Mitchell for his truck. 2 and a 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 10, 10, 15 quarter 2, 2, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 2, 2. We're at $35 for this beautiful brush, folks. The first NFT ever produced by Nay's Garden, as digitally backed up and tracked on this live stream. You can verify the reality of this beard brush right now. 5 and a 15 quarter 2, 2, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 2, 2, 15 quarter 10, 10, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 2, 2 and a 15 quarter 10, 10 and 15 quarter 22, 2 and a 15 quarter 10, 10, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter. Come on, folks. 35. 2 people bidding. We're at $35. That means $70 is going on over to our friend Mitchell. Save my life today. What's my life worth? 3 and 15 quarter 2, 2, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 10, 10, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15. I'm going to double whatever it is you send me, folks. 3 and 15 quarter 10, 10, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 10, 10, 15 quarter 10. You just like hearing me auctioneer, my friend. 3 and 15 quarter 10, 10, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 1, 1, 15 quarter 2, 2, 15 quarter 3, 3 and 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 6, 6 and a 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 2, 2 and 15 quarter 10, 10, 15 quarter 5, 5, 15 quarter 1. Come on, people, let's go. Trinity has the Arizona 15 quarter 2, 2 and a 15 quarter 2, 2 and 15 quarter 5. Come on, people. What do we got here? We got $35. Oh, I was saying the big 5-0. We got 70 going to Mitchell, guys. $70. That's what this was worth. Now, before, I seem to remember Karen was offering bids, and now she's not offering bids anymore. What's wrong? Karen, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? 2 and a 15 quarter 5. We're just at a little bit here, Karen. You were offering a lot more. 2 and a, were you not serious? 3 and a 15 quarter 10, 10 and 15 quarter 5, 5 15 quarter 2. Come on, Karen, let's go. 3 and a 15 quarter 5, 5 15 quarter. Come on, Doc. Doc was at 35. 3 and 15 quarter 10, 10 15 quarter 5, 5 35 with Doc here. 3 and 15 quarter 10, 10 15 quarter 5, 5 50. He's going to have this brush. It's going to belong to him, and I'm going to spray lacquer that on there for him. If I got spray lacquer, and I'm pretty sure I do. If not, I can use some Fleck Feel in the entire Fleck Feel family of products with new Fleck Feel Clear. I don't know if you'd want me to Flex Seal Clear over this when I got Krylon spray, and I think I do. I'll check, and I'll just give it a couple of Krylons, man. I'll let it sit overnight. I'll ship it out to you by Monday. You will have this brush. You will be able to fuck with this brush, son. Enoch Y. Beaslin 420. Torres. Enoch bids 420 on the brush. $420, folks. 3 and a 15 quarter 5 5 and $420. This is worth $420 now. 3 15 quarter 10 10 15 quarter 5. Is that what it's going to be? We're going to stop the bidding at $35? You're telling me my NFT wasn't even worth more than the price of what these are normally. Come on, people. Come on, people. Come on, people. Come on, people. Let's go. Come on, people. 5 and a 15 quarter 2, 15 quarter 10, 10 and 15 quarter 5, 5 and a 15 trendy has dabbers 2. 3 and a 15 Nays Garden, 5 and a 15 10, 10 and 15 quarter 2 on Twitter. At Nays Garden on 15 quarter 5 and a 15 quarter 10. At Nays Garden at Twitter. 2 and a 15 quarter 10, 10 and 15 quarter 5, 5 and a quarter 2, 5 and a 15 quarter 10. You even catch coins, bro? Do you even catch coins, bro? Do you even catch coins, bro? No. Do you even catch coins, bro? No. That one went in the garbage, actually. Don't go in the garbage anymore, bro. Do you even catch coins, bro? Do you even catch coins, bro? I didn't even hit that one. Do you even catch coins, bro? Do you even catch coins, bro? I caught that one. Do you even... The trick is to give it a little upward thing. Do you even catch... Do you even catch coins, bro? 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 It went up so fast, Doc says. Yeah, $420. And Mitch has $70 towards the truck so he can get water. I love the cause. Yeah, it's a good cause, man. Do you even catch coins, bro? My cat wants to go outside. Does anybody else want to bid on this brush? And the two... No, well, you're getting these too. You're getting 2 jars of triage oil. That's worth $35. That's where the bid is. But I'm throwing this brush in too, which has my signature on it, which the ladies were acting all excited about before, and now they're being silent. Funny, huh? Kitty cat going outside. Kitty cat going outside. Looking outside. Kitty cat wanna go outside. Kitty cat. Kitty cat going outside. 5 and 15 quarter 2. 2 and there's a little kitty cat going outside. 3 and 15 quarter 10. 10 and 15 quarter 1 and 15 quarter 2. 10 and 15 quarter 5. 2 and 15 quarter 1 and 15 quarter 10. 10 and 15 quarter 2. You wanna go outside, little doggy? Little doggy going outside. 3 and a 15 quarter doggy going outside. Little doggy going outside. Little doggy with the little kitty outside. Little doggy and the little kitty cat going outside. 3 and a 15 quarter 2 and a 15 quarter 10. 15 quarter 5. 5 and 15 quarter 2. 2 and 15 quarter 1. 1 15 quarter 5. Fleck Deal and the entire Fleck Deal family of products. 2 and a 15 quarter 10 and a 15 quarter 1, 1 and a 15 quarter 10, 10 and a 15 quarter 2, 2 and a 10, 10 and a 15 5 and a 15 3 and a 15 2, 2 and a 15 quarter 1, 1 and a 15 5 and a 15 10. Here's new fans for my grow room. Putting them in. I'm gonna go do that. It's gonna be fun. I got a couple of these, 2 of these, 2 of these. I hope my ankle's going to be okay, because I'm not going to stay off of it, and that's not good, man, but I got to go downstairs and shit. Oh, fuck. Now my dog wants to come back inside the house. 3 and a 15 quarter 2, 2. 2 and a 15 quarter 10, 10. Listen, the reason I haven't left, guys, is because there's been so many of you guys watching this video. I've never had numbers like this before. So I want to say thank you to all of you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll be back, okay? It might not be at 7:10 tonight after this 4-hour fucking show, but 4-hour epic show. What, son? After I fucking twisted my ankle. I hope you guys enjoyed the story about my neighbor Mitchell. He's a fantastic man. I'm going to have him right here on the show soon for an interview, and you guys are going to love it. You're going to have a lot of fun. He keeps it real, man. And he's 73 years old, and he's a badass. So, I want to say thank you to Mitchell for saving my life. First and foremost right now. My neighbor saved my life today. I would have had a heart attack, I think. You know? Because I thought I was having a heart attack. Never been so confused before in my life. Just stunned and confused. Yeah, I got ice right here. 2 and a 15, 10 and a 15 quarter 5, 5 and a 15 quarter 2. 2 and a 15 quarter 10, 10 and 15 quarter 5, 5 and a quarter 2, 2 and a quarter 2, 2 and a 15 quarter 5, 5 and a quarter 5, 5 and a quarter 10. Doc Holland won the auction at $35. Doc, you can pay me on PayPal, brother. I'll go ahead and I'll get $70 over to Mitchell Stat. So, there you go. Just purchase it on the website normally. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. Buy one, get one free offer. And I will ship you out your brush, bro. You want it without the hair? You want me to pull the hair out of it? It will pop. Yeah, it's getting achy now, man. I can feel it. You were going to say 40? I gotta let my dog back in. Hold on, buddy. Coming in? Are you guys still here? Okay, so it was 3 hours and 40 minutes. Okay. I thought the 3 was a 5. Long enough. Yeah, go to the website. If you want to donate money to the cause, you can always just go to the website and send money via PayPal to me, and I'll send it to Mitchell. Just put in the memo for Mitchell, for Mitchell's truck. You guys can donate. All right? All right. Thank you so much for watching the show. Go back if you missed the beginning of the show. You want to hear the story about what happened with my panic attack and all that, well, with the anxiety attack. Hear a conversation with my sister and I if you didn't hear it. And a conversation with Mitchell, who called in too to the show. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, go ahead and watch it again, you know, if you want to watch it. You guys, I love you guys. Thanks so much. And remember, we just had Ron PLACONE on two days ago. You can go watch that show. Savage Joy Marie was yesterday. Go watch that show. All right? If you missed them. All right. Ooh, I don't want to mess up your brush, bro. Be nice to your brush. I will see you guys soon. If not tonight, then tomorrow. Maybe late night. I don't know. We'll just see how my ankle's feeling and stuff. Maybe I'll go soak it in the jacuzzi. I don't know. You guys take care. Love you guys. Hashtag keep it open. I love you guys. Bye-bye.